What's going on with YouTube, man? What's going on with these connections here, man? It's like $1 billion company, and it still takes ages for them to basically recognize that I'm streaming. But that being said, a very good evening. And for the people where it's not a very good evening, a very good morning or afternoon, welcome. Come on in. Come on in. Refactoring software engineering resumes live on stream. Yeah. Maybe post. Why not? Let's go. Next thing, I'm gonna copy this thing, guys. You know what it is, right? I'm gonna copy that, and then I'm going to go to Discord. And for the people actually that are not yet subscribed and you like my content, please consider subscribing. Give me a thumbs up, leave some questions in the comments, and jump into the Discord community. All the links are down below. Thank you very much, man. Much appreciated. Announcements. Tell me everything. How's life? What's going on? I have a little bit of pain in my knee. Squatted a little bit too much lately. Boom. Boom. Boom. How's sound? How's the volume? Is everything according to your wishes? We're gonna zoom this in, no worries. We're gonna zoom that in. What's going on here, man? Okay, LDM, Lost, what's up? Ashton Reef, him. What up, man? Welcome. Just Anat. Welcome, boss. Brother de Grest. Welcome, boss. Teddy Prifty. Welcome, my man. Jindal. Why remove CTO from the title? That's a good question. That was actually a good question, to be honest. Let's inspect. Let's do some YouTube content creator, influencer action tactics. So the thing is that I don't know. I changed this 3 times, and now I changed it to revamping subscribers' resumes so they can finally get hired. I think that's a good title. I don't know. Hey, the algorithm will let us know, right? We are vibing. It is, man. King, what up, King? So what we're gonna do? So basically, let me zoom this in because we are happy, right? The thing is, guys, that I get a lot of questions on stream, off stream, Discord, emails, people that are basically fired, people that are jumping into engineering and want to get a job, but it's always the same thing, right? They say, yeah, but Anthony, there is a problem with all the firings, and there are too many junior developers. I cannot get a job. I cannot get a job. I cannot get a job. And yeah, that's true. But if you don't know how the game is being played, right? If you don't know the mechanics behind hiring, then it's basically almost impossible to get hired, right? And I'm gonna show you. I have a bunch of resumes people have sent me. We're gonna check them. I'm gonna basically annotate them with what you need to do, and with what you need to do, and what you need to not do, what you need to tell, and what you don't need to tell, right? Like I said, it's gonna be a little bit extravagant because yeah. Sometimes in life, it's basically you hunt or you're being hunted, right? You shoot or you get shot. That's what it is, right? So, yeah. Hello from Egypt. What is up, Mohammed? Salam alaikum, my friend. Not quite sure if that's a language, but hey. I have only ever gotten a job by company approach me. That's good, Lars. Happy for you. Happy for you. I'm gonna wait 7 seconds so everybody can jump in, and then we basically gonna kick it off. I'm gonna show you the system, the mechanics behind hiring. Why do you know that, Anthony? Because I hired a lot of people already, right? And I also did a lot of job interviews, so I basically know the whole shebang. I'm too old, and tomorrow it's my birthday. Yeah, tomorrow, 37. This guy. Let me tell you a secret, right? It's people say, yeah, but you're old. How do you feel now? And I said, man, I feel the same thing that I was 16. You know what I mean? It's the same. It's like I never grew up. It's crazy. I don't know what it is. Because it's actually very funny. Because when I was younger, I always asked myself, this is a very weird question I'm asked myself, but I asked myself, do these people still have sex with each other? How is that possible? But yeah, they do. They do. Ay, ay, ay. We do. We still do that. And oh boy, it's amazing. Not gonna lie. The older you get, the better the sex, guys. I swear to God. So something you can look forward to. You know what I mean? But first of all, we need to find a job so we can get money and so we can actually find a wife. You know what I mean? First things first, man. You need to know your priorities. Little dev, what up, man? This little dev, by the way, is 14 years old. He's making games. That's crazy. And he's asking me for advice. And I said, man, you're 14. You're making a game. What? You're better than you're him. You're him. What can I tell you? I cannot tell any. I cannot do more. You could be my dad. Yeah, it is. It is. Okay, cool. So, okay, I need to focus. I'm gonna put myself a little my own volume on music a little bit lower. Right? Then I have a bunch of resumes. If you maybe we're gonna go through them fast. I don't know how long it's gonna take. So maybe you can already still send me. Go to Discord. And ping me, whatever, mail me, so we can still do that stuff. Make sure it's a PDF, and also make sure your personal information is being mucked. I did all that myself during the day, but we can't, right? If you don't want to be doxxed or swatted. I'm thinking here. I had some thought process in my mind, and it's lost. Oh yeah, so basically very important is actually full-time GoDev. By the way, Black Friday still going on, 60% off, very important. Shameless self-plug here. This website sucks, I know, guys, I'm gonna fix that. But it's off, and I'm going to produce a new course by the end of the year. And the people with the full-time GoDev gonna have that for free. So yeah, if you wanna enjoy this discount, guys, you need to do that, right? And you will see why this is very useful in the stream, right? Because there are some people that are basically already bought this, and I can clearly see that in their resume because I talk about that, right? All right, cool. Yeah, nice, cool. So the system of hiring, how does that work? Let me see. How can we use this thing? So it's very important, right? There are basically three aspects. First of all, man, what's going on? We have the marketing phase. Marketing, and guys, this is, I swear to God, this is very important. You're gonna say he's gonna suck some things out of his thumb. No, this is a real deal. Marketing, sales, right? And then we have engineering, right? Engineering. I don't know how big I need to do that. Something like this, maybe. Oh shit, my own fucking retarded thing is on the screen. Something like that is fine. Let me do something real quick here. Let me draw a line. So I know that this line is where my... actually, to be honest, what? I'm not him. Let's do a square so I know where my camera is. You know what I mean? Look at that. Hey. 100 IQ. That's actually not too high, to be honest, but hey, this is what it is. Alright. It's marketing, sales, and then the engineering part, right? And you can already see that if you're a good engineer, you basically probably don't have these two, right? So engineering is only a third of the job that you need to do, right? So how does it work, right? So what people do is they make a resume, right? They make some kind of a generic resume, and they basically dump all of that bullshit in all of their life. It's basically inside of their resume, and the background music, is it too loud? Let me know. Let me know. All right. I'm gonna make it small, actually, to be honest. Lower, small. What the hell is going on? Because it's 48. Let's do 50. What's going on? 49 maybe. And if it's too loud, let me know, guys. So you dump basically everything, your whole fucking life and experience into a resume. You're gonna send that to the company you basically want to get hired by. Low sound quality. Guys, is my mic fucked, or I need to know that right now. I need to know it right now, because otherwise it's gonna be. I'm gonna wait a little bit here because we don't want to actually. To be honest, guys, I need to record also. Let's do that. The problem with the YouTube streaming is that basically it's so fucking. The latency between chat interactions and me is so fucking bad. I don't understand that. Sound quality is fine for me. It's okay. Okay, cool. Fine. Let's go. So, okay. So you are gonna send. I'm gonna say CV. Is that a good thing? Let's call it resume. Right? You're gonna send your resume, right? And we're gonna adjust the heights real quick, right? And you're gonna send that to a company, right? So what do you think? This resume will not touch the person it needs to touch, right? Because that's not gonna happen. Right? The CTO or the lead engineer, the people that basically decide if you actually are going to get hired, yes or no, they are basically way further down the line. So what's gonna happen is you are sending your resume to exactly Janine. How do you call maybe Janine like that? Janine, right? Janine of HR, right? That's what's happening. And this is very important to know that. What's going on with this thing, man? Can I do that? What's going on? Leave me alone. Okay, cool guys. I need to. I'm not the Excalibur specialist. I'm not gonna lie, right? They're not gonna hire me. That's for sure, right? So your resume is coming into the mailbox of Janine, right? And Janine is basically a filter, right? She's a filter, right? She's gonna filter based on what she thinks is going to be a good fit for the company, right? And how does she know that? Well, she's HR. She doesn't know anything, right? You know what I mean? But she has the requirements of the engineering team, like OOP, PHP, full stack, React, with a little bit of Go and some Python, and of course maybe some Rust is also, you know what I mean? All these lists, she knows that, and she's basically going to hold your CV, scan. She's not going to read it, right? She's not going to sit there and read your whole CV. She don't care. She's going to scan, right? And if she thinks you might be a good fit, you are going to have the first appointment. And that's the most important thing, right? That's this thing, right? You're going to have a meeting, right? A meeting with Janine of HR. Let's copy all the things, right? You're engineers after all, you know what I mean? That's very important because, listen, who programmed this thing? Let's go! Who programmed this app? What the hell is going on here? Alright. Cool. This meeting with Janine is the most important event, one of the most important events of your hiring process, right? Because Janine is basically the gatekeeper. She's the rate boss of the company, right? If you defeat her, your chances are already high, right? Because what you're going to do with Janine is very simple. You're not going to talk about TDD. You're not going to talk about how long a function needs to be. No, you're going to talk about who are you, right? My name is John, and yes, I have 1 year of experience, and I'm a good team player, and I play piano as my hobby. You know what I mean? That's what you're gonna do there, right? And based on the things you tell her, she's gonna say, "Hey, this John is actually a very nice guy, right? He seems like a team player. He's motivated. He can communicate very well. Yeah, I'm gonna give him the next step." What's the next step? And this is basically for 90% of all the companies, right? The bigger the company, 90%, right? If you go for small companies like startups, it's gonna be a little bit smaller, but the most of the things stays the same, right? So the next step is going to be they're gonna give you an assessment, right? That's easy. That's super easy. Why? Because he's gonna give you he's gonna mail you some kind of an assessment, and you have 3, 4, 5 days. You can actually complete that, right? And that's basically to see if you think the right way, if you know your core principles and all that stuff, you know what I mean? It's super easy because you have Discord, my Discord, you can jump in there and people will help you, you know what I mean? I will most of the time help you, it's no big of a deal. ChatGPT is there, you know what I mean? Google, everything is there, right? There is no way on fucking planet Earth. I'm John and I'm an alcoholic. No, you're not gonna say that. There is no way you can basically fuck up with your assessment. You know what I mean? Because the internet is so big, there's so many people that can help you. Janine doesn't know. You know what I mean? Scotty doesn't know. So no big of a deal. The assessment, right? That. Once you basically submitted your successful assessment, because you cannot fail that, because if you fail your assessment, you're basically retarded. You know, let us be honest. I failed one because I over-engineered it, but just do normal, right? Don't. The next thing is that she's going to send your assessment, your solution. Now I see what's going on. You see this circle? It basically it's linking that stuff. I see what's going on. You know what I mean? Yeah, just like that. So what she's gonna do is she's gonna send that to or the CTO, depends on the scale of the company, or the lead engineer. The lead engineer, if it's a big company, it could be the lead engineer of a team, a specific team where you're applying for, the Go team, the Rust team, the OCaml team. You know what I mean? Sounds very weird if but who knows, right? Who knows? CTO, lead engineer. So they're gonna see your assessment, but they also going to look, and that's what we're also gonna see in the resumes. They're gonna basically look. How can we do that? Let's do it here. They're gonna look into solution, and then they're also gonna look into your GitHub profile, right? They're always gonna do that. Janine is not gonna do that because Janine doesn't have a fucking clue how to log in at GitHub. She doesn't know. But the CTO, after your assessment, the CTO or the lead engineer will look into your solution and they will check your GitHub and yada yada yada yada, right? If that all sounds good, which you actually cannot fuck up, right? How can you fuck up a GitHub profile? You can't, because you can steal all the fucking code, make it your own, or do some contributions, and we're gonna discuss that. But most of the people are lazy. That's why you're not gonna get hired. You can in basically 6 months you can have such a beast of a GitHub profile. But Anthony, that's 6 months. Yeah, of course. What do you think, right? Well, what do you want? You need to work for your stuff, right? So you cannot fuck that up, basically, right? Okay, the next step. So if we take a look at these things here, right? If you take this my screen. So marketing is basically your resume, right? Then the sales is here with Janine, right? What do you say against Janine? You say what Janine wants to hear. I am a team player. I can handle stress like a god. I work overtime. I can communicate very well. You know what I mean? But Anthony, isn't that lying? Okay, no, okay, fair enough. I'm not a team player. I cannot work with stress. I cannot communicate. I do not work overtime, and I'm an asshole. Is that what you want to say? No. So you're gonna make yourself, you're gonna present, you're gonna sell yourself as best possible version. You're gonna sell yourself like him. You know what I mean? Him. You or him. That's how you're gonna sell him. What is him? Him is... If you're him, you're gonna know. You're gonna know that you're him. You know what I mean? The assessment, we discussed it, lead engineer CTO. So the next step is, very important, that you are gonna have a second appointment. yeah, hiring is fun. It's not fun, right? Because, you know what I mean? Days and weeks goes by, right? And you're basically nervous as fuck. You know what I mean? Yeah, so you're gonna have a meeting with the CTO or with... can I basically do caps here, or with the lead engineer, right? With the lead engineer. And that's where the engineering part comes in, right? Engineering part, right? Okay. This is where you can actually fuck up. You know what I mean? Depends on the CTO and depends on the lead engineer. They're gonna ask you some questions about your specific function, right? You're gonna apply for a job. Like I said, maybe it's a full stack Ruby or a full stack React or a whatever, Go engineer or whatever you need to do. Right? Maybe you're gonna write some OCaml. So they're gonna ask you questions about that language, right? So this is a bit tricky because what I teach people is that if you don't know it, you answer. I already made a video about that. If you feel like you're nervous and you cannot explain it, well, you're trying to explain it, but if you know up front that if I explain this, they're not gonna understand it and I'm gonna look like a fool, well, they're gonna basically suck something out of your thumb, something else, right? It is what it is. You're gonna say, yeah, but I'm an expert the moment I need to be, yada yada, you know what I mean? I'm something like that, because it's better than telling them and saying something that's completely false, you know what I mean? But like I said, if you know that you're gonna have an appointment, I mean, there is Google, there is people that's in Discord in my community. You can ask them what they need to know, you know what I mean? So you can prepare on these questions. Tricky one, you know what I mean? Me, myself, as a CTO, I basically do not pressure people on an interview because I know they are nervous, they are not in their personal habitat. Asking like these deep technical questions, I mean, hey, I'm not a big fan of that. Next. All right. So if you pass this, there are two ways. Most of the time, for big companies, you're going to have another meeting, but that's basically more of a, I think if you pass this, you're already fine. Maybe it's a lead engineer that basically going to put some fire, what they said, beneath your shoes or whatever that they call that. And then you're gonna maybe have another appointment with the CTO, but the deal is already done. You know what I mean? It depends, right? But most of the time, if you complete this, they're gonna say yes or no. You know what I mean? Yes or no, and you need to discuss your salary and all that bullshit. You know what I mean? Yes or no, right? As it is. Right? So let me zoom out here because this is a big thing, right? All right. So Janine is very important, right? Because like I said, sell him here is basically the same thing as dating, right? Janine is where everybody fucks up. The most of the people fuck up with their resume. That's why we're gonna review them, and I'm gonna make them good. I'm gonna give hints and tips. But the meeting with Janine, most of the time they also fuck it up, right? Because it's like dating. You know what I mean? If you wanna, what's the most easy way to basically seduce a girl, seduce a woman? That's by knowing her, right? If you know that she loves pink flowers, she loves dogs, she basically takes she finds family and friends very important, and she loves to watch The Notebook. Maybe you don't like family, maybe you don't like the fucking Notebook, maybe you don't like pink flowers, but you're gonna like it anyway. You know what I mean? Because you're gonna seduce her. There's a little bit of a manipulating. Hey, like I said before, that's what you need to do with Janine. And you know that because you know the company up front, right? There is Google, you know the company, you know how many employees they have, they know if they are in fintech, they know if they are in a fucking transportation business, they know, you know everything. You know fucking everything about that company. So how can you not impress Janine here? You know what I mean? Congratulations, Janine, with your Series A. Nice. 8 million, wasn't it? Huh, John? How do you know that? Hey, did some research. Congratulations. Yeah. And I think with the Series A that we have right now, I'm very happy to put my shoulders upon the company so we can scale and move forward on a long-term relationship. What do you think? Something like that. Anyway, but important is here that you basically just, what I want to say here is that you need to basically do your research, right? Because if you know everything about a company, it's easy to convince Janine that you're a good fit for it, right? Very important. All right. Yeah, so Lars said, finally the CTO and the CEO meeting at the end here is basically a formality, and that's true, right? That's basically a formality here at the end. That's why I actually left it off, right? But you can see that it's basically a big chain of things that needs to happen, right? And this chain of stuff that's going to happen with your hiring process, you need to understand that basically for each resume, especially right now, there are a lot of web developers on the market, right? And that's where the biggest mistake comes in, is your resume. It's where you fuck it. Where do you fuck up? Marketing and sales. That's where you fuck up. Because you probably are a good engineer, right? But Janine doesn't know that if she sees all these resumes. Janine cannot perceive, nobody can perceive, nobody at HR, even a CTO, by reading a resume, the company cannot perceive the person you are deep inside. And what do I mean by that is, you can have somebody that's an amazing engineer, right? He knows everything. He's super good at engineering, but he cannot communicate with the team. He's an asshole. He doesn't want to work overtime. It's just so hard. He's like this narcissist in a team where he makes everything so complex so he can basically be the lead of everything because he's the most important person, because he knows it, because he wrote it. It's, you know what I mean? Maybe he's a good engineer. Maybe his resume, technical skills are going to be on fucking point. You're gonna, every HR is gonna jerk off on that resume. Every recruiter basically wants to suck dick for him or her. But is he a good fit? Probably not. But they don't know that, right? Because his resume is good. The same thing counts for the inverse, right? Maybe you don't have a lot of experience, but you're a very good learner. You are motivated. You want to basically do everything in your possibilities to make it work, right? You're just an amazing person to work with as a team. You listen. You can motivate. But if you do not sell yourself like that, they don't know. You know what I mean? And that's the biggest problem. So, is this clear? This is basically 90%. This is basically 99% of the time. This is your chain you're gonna need to do, right? And then we're gonna do this here. Let's do that. And we're gonna make a nice. This is where you fuck up. All right. How much do you make at your job, Anthony? I cannot tell that. I cannot say that. That's disclosed information. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna take a sip of water. Now we're gonna start with the resumes, guys. We're gonna start with the resumes. You can send it to my email. If you wanna have it reviewed, email PDF, please, so I can do annotations and muck your confidential information so you not get DDoSed, hacked, kidnapped, cut down, sliced into pieces. And be prepared, because what I'm going to teach you is going to be some controversial, right? Like I said, we are not going to normally make our resume, and no, we're going to do some hackle and jackal. How can I send it up? Okay, cool. So how can I actually make sure that I don't leak nudes here? Is it this one? Okay. How can I... If I start from top to bottom, let's do that. Let's start from top to bottom. Actually, I don't know, because yeah. So I know. Yeah. Good. I'm thinking about how can I mark these. Doesn't really matter. Let's open this up. This is basically bad information, false information here, but that's fine, right? Okay, cool. So how can I zoom in each? This one. All right. We have here a person send his or her resume. I don't know who it is. From Albania, which is nice. Actually, this should be, but it's fine. Nobody can find it in the mountains. How are you gonna do that, right? So the biggest problem I instantly see is that, first of all, you need to know how Janine works, right? And I know that because I also work, I talk to a lot of other people, everybody works the same. You're gonna have a list. So basically you have your inbox, right? And maybe it's, you need to think about the mechanics. If you want to succeed, you need to think about the mechanics, right? Because you are not the only one sending your resume, right? It's not that the person they hired is better than you as a whole. It's just this guy was just, I don't know. He had luck, you know what I mean? He had just a little bit more luck. That's the thing. The first thing that I actually see is, how can I do this here? Like that. You need, what's going on here? I'm gonna do it here. Actually, why can this not go away? I don't understand. You need to have your profile picture. You know what I mean? Very important. Profile picture needs to be, actually, smile. You know what I mean? Very important. Profile picture is so fucking important because most of the time, actually, let's say 70-80%, I don't know the percentages, but I'm just coming up of thin air with these things, but I'm 100% sure that people with a profile picture or these resumes are more keen to be picked. These resumes are more keen to be read in depth. And they can basically put a face on your name. It's very important, underrated. And from all the resumes I got today, and it's a lot, nobody has that. Biggest mistake in the fucking planet. So then we have experience here, right? I don't like this layout, guys, is so bad. Why? Because look at this. If I scroll down, education is here. Awards is here. This award system, I like that. I teach that in my full-time GoDev. Awards or achievements are so fucking important. But why are they below? I mean, let's say we are reading this resume. Let's say we do that, right? I don't care about this Golang proficiency and yada yada yada yada. I'm just where is the cool information? The information that you're selling, right? If you're building a fucking website for a product, if you're building a landing page, what are you doing in a fucking landing page? You're web designers, you're web engineers, web developers. What are we doing on a fucking landing page? Exactly. CTAs, call to actions. The best features we put up front, we shove it in their fucking faces. Why don't you do that here? Important. Education, computer science. That's the first tip. If you don't have an education like me, you delete education. There is no education on your resume. But Anthony, isn't that lying? It's not lying. You just hide it. Because if you don't have any education decently for computer science, who cares? You know what I mean? Just dump it. There is no education if you're not educated. You know what I mean? But if you are educated and you have a computer science, this is basically a plus. Not because you're going to be smarter than people that are basically self-taught, but you're gonna, in the eyes of Janine, you're gonna be, you know what I mean? Janine likes to be computer science boys and girls. You know what I mean? Award. So these two things needs to be. Why is this so fucking fat? What's going on here? This is much better, you know. You know what I mean? Education and this going on top. Right? That's the first thing. One-page CVs are the best. Yes, and you're going to see why. Right? So, education, awards, but because that's nice, right? 50% scholarship for the whole duration of my studies from the Empire State University, Dean's List, Empire State. I don't know what this is. But if you can pump this a little bit up, this is going to be nice. I like awards. I like achievements. Right? So that needs to be here, right? The thing is that we don't have a skill set. Very important. I like to have a skill set. Skills. Skill set. Skill set. Where is that? Skill set. Question mark. So even though I don't know this person, and maybe you guys already read this stuff, but I am not triggered yet. You know what I mean? I don't want to read this stuff. I don't care. I mean, can we just have a fucking a couple of bullet points? Who are you? And just one thing. That's why I also like, and that's also a very important tip, is I like 3 keywords who you are below your picture. Right? Hacker, engineer, researcher, or gamer, researcher, artist, alcoholic. No, you know what I mean? These things, like below your picture. Very important. All right? Because, like I said, by the end of the day, it doesn't really matter what's in here. People need to basically have in one glimpse of an eye. You know what I mean? In one glimpse of an eye, we need to know who name, last name is, right? Then, if you want to basically, and we're going to discuss that later on also, these things, there's too much of a stuff. Too much. Same thing here. Too much. Intern, delete this word. You never say on your resume, junior, intern, practice, what else can I come up with? Intern, junior, out. Never ever use that. Right? Also very important, but we're going to see that, is you only put on your resume what is applicable for the company, right? That's what we actually discussed with the research you need to do. If you're date a girl, you're gonna do. You need to know the girl if you really wanna conquer her heart. It's the same thing. You're only gonna put on your resume what needs to be there, right? If you have 5 years of experience, you're not gonna put 20 jobs in there. You know what I mean? If you have 10 years of experience, you're not gonna put 50 jobs in there. You're not gonna do that. You only take the most relevant ones. You know what I mean? Trainee, learner. You don't do that. But Anthony, isn't this lying? No, but I'm a very big believer. Listen very carefully. It's so important. If you're gonna be 100% honest with who you are, with your skills, you're never ever gonna land a job in your whole fucking life. If I was honest back in the days, I would never been where I've been right now. Does that mean that I lied? No. But it means that I market myself a little bit better than I actually am. Maybe I was not the best PHP developer back then. Maybe I was not as good in continuous integration or whatever. But I know for sure, I know 100% sure that if they hire me and they ask me something about a job, a task I needed to do for my job, that I would spend all my fucking hours, after job, I would spend my whole fucking life dedicated to learn what I needed to know to make my job, to be the best version of myself at my job. Because if you don't know something very well, but you say you are good, that you are proficient enough, and the time comes that they're gonna give you a task based on that matter, how hard is it to basically study for 4 hours, ask people, go to Discord chat, and learn? Like, I'm not the best Docker engineer, but if I need to make a resume, I'm going to say Docker. Very good. Very good. Very good at Docker. Know everything. Why? Because if they ask me to do something for Docker, I go to my fucking Discord, I ask Anna, say, Anna, hey, I need to do this Docker. I don't know what the shit's going on. Help me. She's going to tell me, and then I'm going to know for the rest of my fucking life. You know what I mean? Because I'm eager to learn that. I know where I can find solutions for the things I don't know. But if you're going to come in and you're going to say it against Janine, or you're going to say against your CTO, yeah, listen, I don't know Docker. I'm an idiot. I don't know. No. You don't do that. So you're going to say, is this lying? Nah. But you're going to make up for it. Because otherwise you're never going to upscale in job, right? You're never gonna. Who's gonna hire you? Who the fuck is gonna hire you if you have 3 months of experience in JavaScript? You have one fucking Hello World app in Golang, and you have no fucking clue what a distributed system is. how the fuck are you going to be a backend engineer? Never. You're never gonna be one. You know what I mean? Who's gonna hire you? Nobody. That's why you need to market yourself much better. But if you get fired because you cannot fulfill who you say you are, that's on you. That's on fucking you. There are tools enough, you have time enough to be the guy you sold. All right, so general, maybe you want to click the GitHub here real quick. So general, no profile picture, 3 keywords here, your skill sets, nowhere to be found. Too much information here. You want to say team system. What the hell is that? Nobody knows. So you need to make a nice it's not understandable. What is a team system? I don't know. Project involvement, goal line proficiency. I don't like this. Too much here. Too much. The same thing. Software engineering. Because I can see, but everything you basically are writing, you have a lot of experience. The only thing is, my HGHD brain, we cannot comprehend that. You know what I mean? That's the problem. So you need to make it clean. And we're going to see some resumes later on who has that, right? The next thing is your GitHub is very important. If your GitHub sucks, you're fucked. You know what I mean? So we want to click this. Can we do that without being... All right, you can see this looks like this one. On a GitHub, you can have this kind of an avatar for sure, right? On a GitHub is fine, but never on your resume, right? On your resume, you have your profile picture of your face. If you don't want to be seen, then I would recommend to be jobless for the rest of your life. You know what I mean? Yeah, very important. Profile pictures on GitHub, don't think so. LinkedIn, very important. On your resume, very important. And if you're sending emails with Google, with Gmail, also on your Gmail, very important. Profile pictures, muy bien, very important, right? Hotel reservation API, okay. Game store app, job management. You see, these are basically, although you have a lot of contributions here, what I would do if you want to pin, pin stuff, go find some very cool projects and contribute to that. That's the best thing, because look at that, 1 star, 2 stars, nothing. But it's easy to basically fork. I don't know what's a cool, because you're doing JavaScript or whatever. Most likely you want to find a job there, or Python. You find something very hot in the tech space, in the community, and you contribute, right? You find issues. There's always fucking issues. Try to solve a couple, right? And then you can put that on your fucking pins, because you're gonna say, hey, what, do you paint React? Huh? Yeah, hey, I'm a contributor to React, motherfucker. What you gonna say about that, huh? You know what I mean? But don't change the readme. You know what I mean? Make some useful commits, fix some useful problems, some useful issues in a very hot topic of the language the company is using, and then you can perfectly pin it. You know what I mean? That's very valuable, because I always click it. If I see something, what the fuck, he for React is in here, but it's easy to fork React, right? It's easy to fucking fork it. But if I check and I can see your contributions, and I see you have 20 contributions, holy crap, holy Moses. Hey, I rest my fucking case. What can I say? You're a fucking contributor to React. You should know your shit, isn't it? And that's what I'm missing here. You know what I mean? All right, I need to hurry up because we're talking too much. Next. What is this? Anonym resume. Okay, the same thing here. Guys, listen, this thing is fucking so annoying to get. I mean, this is already good. The skills. JavaScript, TypeScript, Node.js, Golang, React, Next.js, Python, Postgres. Okay, familiar with? Get the fuck out of there. No familiar with. Never. Ever. GitHub, Docker, Jira, AWS, BigQuery. No. Familiar with. We don't want to hear that. You know what I mean? You make a skill thingy. You can make a nice square here, and you can all sum your skills up here. Boom, boom, boom, boom, boom, boom, boom, boom, boom, boom, boom, boom. Right? Nobody cares about Postgres, to be honest. Supabase, nobody cares about that. SQL, you should know that. BigQuery. AWS is important because that's just 8. You know what I mean? I cannot navigate in that thing. If you know that, that's already a plus. Jira, we don't care about that. So just make sure that if I scan your resume, that I can clearly see, oh, Golang, JavaScript, TypeScript, nice. Python, amazing. GitHub, everybody knows that. Nobody, Docker, I actually, but AWS can be BigQuery. I don't like these things, Supabase, you know what I mean? Keep it short, but keep it important. You know what I mean? Where is your education? Here. Again. You know what I mean? Here. Important. Creator and maintainer of Pepe Search. A community-driven searchable database of frog memes. That's amazing. But I didn't know. And I probably never knew because it doesn't fit my screen. This and education. What is this? Computer science. An intensive online school for software engineering seeking. Nobody cares about this. Boom. Bradfield School of Computer Science. A date maybe. What is this? Bachelor. Look at that. Look at it. Texas. Look at this. Bachelor of Science Aerospace Engineering. This is amazing. These things on top. And then this. Creator and maintainer of Pepe Search on top. Here. Boom. That's what I want to see. Boom. JavaScript. Golang. Python. AWS. Amazing. What the fuck? Maintainer of Pepe Search. Creator and maintainer of Pepe Search. All on top. Right? Here again. Too much. Too much. Too much. Worked closely with the backend engineering to design and develop RESTful APIs. Nobody cares about RESTful APIs. This is already, everybody knows RESTful APIs, right? Real-time data. Developed a dynamic data visualization dashboard that allows Lime to provide custom web solutions and interfaces for customers as needed. Built with React, replacing legacy versions. That's what I want to know. Tech stack. That's what I want to know. This, I don't want to care about that. You know what I mean? So it's very simple, right? You can, because now it's small text, right? Small text. But if you thin it out, you can make big heads. You know what I mean? You can make big fonts. Boom, boom. The same thing here. Tech stack. Nice. Collaborate with business. Maintain and improve greenhouse gas calculation application. Just read it again and let GPT summarize it into an amazing, in your face, crazy thing that even Janine is going to be so wet. You know what I mean? That's what we need. All right. Like I said, you probably have a lot of good knowledge, but still, I needed to dig for it, and that's the problem. Janine doesn't want to dig. Janine wants to see it instantly. You know what I mean? Janine will be happy. All right. Next one. So yeah, profile picture, and then 3 keywords: gamer, engineer, researcher, hacker. Pen tester, engineer. You know what I mean? Builder. Three things. Bop, bop, bop. Mine is hacker, researcher, engineer. Always fucking works. Janine is already, he's a hacker and a researcher and an engineer at the same time. And he looks like Johnny Sins. Hello, Anthony. Can you call for a meeting? And she didn't even read the rest of my bullshit that I sucked out of my tongue. Something like that. All right, next one. Site verlaten? Yep. Okay, next. Beautiful. All right, this is, for me, is already a little bit more scannable. Right? A little bit more scannable. No profile picture. Why are you guys so afraid to put your fucking face on a resume? Like they're never gonna call you on a meeting. You know what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? You gonna AI replace your face or something? What the hell is going on? Yeah, you can. Yes, just send all the CVs to my email. If you have time, I will do another stream, or we do it later on. I'm gonna go fast on these ones. The same thing, guys. Again. Ooh, very fat. Now we're gonna take this and we're gonna take a red color. Where is your fucking profile picture? Nowhere to be seen. You know what I mean? GitHub, Twitter, nice. I like it. Always what I sometimes do is I do this. I make an ad, and then I do my Twitter handle and my GitHub handle, and all my handles. You know what I mean? My OnlyFans handle, and can I have fucking DM, right? Something like that, and then my name. Something. This is an email, I guess. So again, bum, bum, bum. Okay, look at this. Bachelor of Technology, Artificial Intelligence and Data Science. Why is this in fucking italic light font? Why? I think America is pretty against having a pic in their resume, though, in my experience. What the hell? Why? I mean, if I want to hire somebody, I want to see his fucking face first. You know what I mean? Why would you be against it? Because they, I don't know. I wouldn't believe that. I wouldn't believe that. Like I said, you don't need to do it if you don't feel comfortable. But I think that having a profile picture is good. I think it's good. It does not need to be in a costume. I think that's over the top, but just like something. So we can. Hey, that seems like a nice guy, and it invites Janine to read your resume with a little bit more attention, right? If I get resumes, guys, I always prefer. I always want it for some reason. Here, guys, very important. Anu, I cannot pronounce your name. But this thing is so important here. Bachelor Technology, Artificial and Data Science. Artificial Intelligence and Data Science. Why is this in italic and low and light case? It needs to be fucking fat. It needs to be in your fucking face. You know what I mean? Even though it's present, nobody cares. You know what I mean? This can be in italic. Can I do it? Okay, we can't. Can I do this? We can. Nice. Technology. Everything that you basically do not want to highlight, like I'm still studying, okay, then you just leave present. You just do NOF 21. Easy. You know what I mean? Fat. Work experience, promotee. What's that? I don't like this promotee thing. The intern, get the fuck out of here. We don't care. Technical skills. This should be on top. Python, TypeScript, HTML. HTML is not important anymore. Everybody knows HTML. Python, TypeScript, and pick some other language. JavaScript. Tools. Everybody knows Git and GitHub. GraphQL is nice. Postman. That's not. Get that out of here. Very important. Libraries and frameworks. Next.js. Nice. FeltKit. Cool. React. Node.js. gRPC. GraphQL. Why not? Cloud platforms. I don't know what this is. Versal. I think these things I would skip it out because. But you can, right? This is not that you need to delete it. It's something you decide. But otherwise, it's going to be a clusterfuck and he knows everything. But you need to have the key points. If you're making a resume for a Python job, you're going to highlight Python, right? If you're going to go for a full stack job, you're going to highlight TypeScript, and then you're going to highlight these frameworks. If you're going to go for a backend Golang job, you're going to highlight more of Go. You're going to highlight more Go with the Python. Very important. Maybe you're going to put some C in it. But Anthony, I never wrote C. Actually, I only did it when I was in high school. Yeah, just C, right? What the fuck? Put it on your fucking resume. Who cares? If you, it's easy. ChatGPT will solve everything. No, but I mean, it's like, do I know C? Yeah, but if I need to write something in C right now, that's not gonna look too good. Not gonna lie. You know what I mean? That's not gonna look too shabby. People watching right now is probably making better C than me right now. But does that not mean that I cannot make something? Yes, of course. So if they ask me, are you proficient in C? Yeah, of course I'm proficient in C. What the hell are you talking about? And the time I need to do something, I will look everything up and everything will come back and I will understand again and I will, you know what I mean? It's that or it's nothing. You know what I mean? It's sometimes that's life. That's how life works, guys. TRPC, yeah. Other CSS Bootstrap. Not a big fan of another thing. I'm not a big fan of this. Because there are so many frameworks right now. If you need to sum them up all, it's going to be nasty. It looks, to be honest, guys, it's very good that you know these. But it looks a little bit junior having these here. So, depends, right? Keep in mind that Janine is going to read your resume first. And web development jobs, full stack engineer, Europe, remote. What the hell is this? Of course. What the fuck is going on? Remote developer jobs in Europe. This one. He's senior backend engineer. Alright. So, what is Janine gonna do? Janine, get this list, right? So, how does it work at Lavenue? It's like, hey Zara, we need an engineer in our team. Okay, Anthony, that's no problem. What is his skills, his or her skill set? Well, can you give me a list? And then we give this fucking list, and this is what we give. Boom. Right? Copy, paste, and we send it to Zara. And Zara lets Janine make a beautiful resume, a beautiful vacancy, and she's going to put that on a couple of websites. And that's where Janine is going to filter against. Right? So if you know that this is all your responsibilities, and this needs to be your profile, super easy. It's like 2 + 2, and then enter your answer, but the answer is 2. Hey, how can you fuck that up? You know what I mean? How can you? Develop and maintaining microservices and backend components. What is going to be on your fucking resume? Correct. Maintaining microservices and backend components. I'm teaching that in a full-time GoDev, by the way. 60% off. It's a big fucking Kafka multi-microservice thing, which you can, when I'm teaching you from scratch how to make it, which you can turn into something yourself on your GitHub profile, and you can say, here, you know everything about instrumentation, metrics, Kafka, everything, right? Here, ensuring optimal performance of databases and responsive in front of the... I have no clue what that is, but it is what it is. Collaborating with developers, so you're going to be a collaborator. High performance applications, so everything is going to be blazingly fast in your resume. Implementing effective security protocols. Data protection measures and storage solutions. You're a GDPR specialist. Running diagnostic tests, repairing defects. Repairing defects, what the fuck is that? And providing technical support. You're super good at providing support. Documenting server-side processes, including your documentation is... You basically have documentation high in the order, right? Documentation is very important. Janine, listen. I don't want to be a prick here, but I think that documentation is super important. Shh. I swear to God, maybe you're gonna get a job and you're gonna date Janine if you say that. I swear to God, it's gonna be 2 is win-win, guys. Listen. Recommending and implementing improvements to processes and technologies. Keeping AWS. What's gonna be in your skill set? AWS. Are you an AWS specialist? Probably not. But the day before your resume, you can basically read, right? You can learn it a little bit. Participate in code and technical design reviews. Whew. Write and review tasks and estimate workloads for yourself and others? What the fuck is this? You're everything. You're basically him. What the hell? Provide mentorship and technical supervision to team members. Holy crap. This needs to pay a lot of money, not gonna lie. Man. Here, Kafka. This is actually perfect. If you want to land this job, you just buy the full-time GoDev. You can easily, because we do TypeScript. Kafka. GraphQL, that's something... Oof, I'm gonna have a rough time, I'm gonna lie. I never used that thing. Anyway, so you basically, they are telling you what you need to have. So how can you fuck up with your fucking resume? You can't, right? You're gonna be a 1-to-1 match. Actually, maybe it's gonna be a 92% match, because 100% match is maybe a little bit over the top, you know what I mean? You don't need to secure it if you do not expose it over the internet. That could be a cool question. So, Janine, security. If you do not expose this over the internet, it doesn't need to be secured. Wow. Wow. She's gonna be mind blown. She's gonna be, hey, that's logic. That's logical. Hey, I didn't thought about that. Is Patreon enough? Yeah, whatever. Yeah, could be. Could be. Patreon is also good shit on Patreon, but Patreon is already, my Patreon is already a little bit advanced, right? The full-time GoDev is for people that are rolling into Go, right? The basics Then we make an API. Then we go microservices, and then this blockchain with the distributed system. So it's gonna, you basically gradually roll in to go, and then we go step higher and higher and higher. Patreon is directly in your fucking face. But besides that, LinkedIn, AI post filter, it seems that data scraper, you did a good stuff, right? Here, second, look at this, guys. Look at this here. Look at this, very important, because this is, you have such a good experience, you just cannot sell it. Here, can we please, what the fuck is this thing? Pink. Where is this thing? You see, I cannot find it. The most important thing of the whole fucking resume, and I saw it and it's gone. Huh? Did I dream this? Yeah, super important. Optimized function execution to reduce latency. I like that. Where is this fucking award-winning thing? You see? I cannot find it anymore. Super important here. Campus evangelist at Codem. Postman API for the dimensional student. I wouldn't do that. JavaScript algorithm data structures. This so nice. Basketball, cycling, design, gaming. I like this. Interests. Why not? I'm fucking freaking out. Control F. That's actually a good thing. What the hell is that? You see, who is that? Who did that? Mantas, man. 120, 200 AQ. Awards. Did I fucking dream this? I dreamed it. Am I getting that old? Holy crap. I swear I saw something like... Latency. Tensing flow create a model. This is so amazing. Why is this? I don't know what it is. Second place collab. Here. Where? Second place like that. Here! It's here! I'm blind! You see? Can you imagine Janine after reading 100 of these things? This is the second place collab winner. You won something in second place. It's amazing. People not even have a place. People not even compete. A seamless collaborative trip planning platform to map out your adventures, explore places, and connect with friends all in one fucking place. If this was a fucking startup, I would invest right now. Built using Convex as a boss. I have no clue what it is, but it sounds amazing. To indicate real-time collaboration. Real-time, this is a keyword. You need to fucking highlight this. Collaboration, real-time. These two words are so fucking... This is horny. This is sex on a screen. To help plan trips synchronously. This sentence here, built using Convex as a boss to integrate real-time collaboration to help plan trips synchronously. This is crazy. Why is this here? Why does nobody knows this? This needs to be in an achievement box. That's what I always do, and you're gonna see that because there is a guy that basically has a resume like I teach them on the full-time Go Dev. What the hell? Why am I trying to draw with a fucking gum? What the hell is going on? I'm not him. Here. Achievements. Achis. What is the fucking first thing? Listen. What is the first thing you do when you enter Stormwind or Ogrimmar in World of Warcraft? And you see somebody and you think, hey, who the hell is that? What is the first thing you do? What is the first thing you do? You check his achievements. That's what you do. You check his gear and his achievements. You know what I mean? That's the same thing. What do we want to do? We don't care about what you did in that job, collaboration with the team. Nobody cares. We want to know what are your achievements. Here. Achievements. Second place collab winner. Whew. That's horny. I don't even know what convex functions are, and I'm gonna ask you that. And you can, it's that simple. If you were in front of me, I would say, hey, what's your name? Anu. Whoa, front-end and convex functions. Can you tell me a little bit more about convex functions? Because I have no clue, but he doesn't know that, right? Because I'm curious, and he's gonna explain convex. You can tell whatever the fuck you want, because I'm gonna believe you anyway, right? Because I don't know. Anyway, next one. It's a good one. You see? Very good resume, very good knowledge. Just not, this is already better, right? You see, nice title, big, and then 2 or 3 points. That's what I like. This is already better, but this needs to be on top, and this needs to be in fat. You know what I mean? All right, next. CV pattern. Who's that? Bog DDD. Anthony Petrini, name. Engineer, researcher, hacker. Well. What I would do basically, if you have a good education here, I would move. It's actually good. I like this a lot. 1 page, only 3 things here. A summary here. I'm a wizard at merging complex business logic with user-friendly UI, primarily using Next.js. This is amazing. This is amazing. I'm a wizard at merging complex business logic with user-friendly UI UX, primarily using Next.js. Because this guy knows he's basically gonna get hired for a Next.js job. Right? Target. This is targeted. I hunt bug bounties, study and engineer things together in my spare time. Holy shit, man. This is sex on a paper. He is him. Hope to contact you soon. Fine. This is amazing. Engineer, researcher, hacker. Could be anything, but that's nice. That's amazing. Experience, front-end engineer, boom. Okay, front-end engineer. Remote, nice. Worked mainly, yada yada, is fine. I don't even read this. But then I see underlined here, React, Next, Express, MongoDB, Docker, perfect. Next, full stack engineer, I like it. He also knows backend. Worked primarily on projects from scratch, amazing. Creating scalable, type-safe FE apps that included payment working, I like that. Map services and complicated business logic. Who doesn't like complicated business logic? Technologies, React, Express, MongoDB, the same thing. Stripe, PayPal, amazing. Stripe, not very important sometimes. PayPal, Docker, amazing. Maps API, why not? Full stack engineer, internship, that needs to be gone. One mistake here, internship. What's going on? Hop. Weg. Nicht gut. Okay. Front-end engineer, full stack engineer, 3 months. If this is only 3 months, you can skip it. You know what I mean? But enter, yeah, 3 months, who cares? You don't lie, you just don't say it, right? Are they gonna ask you, how long did you work here? Yeah, quite some while. Contributed to a fintech app like Kickstarter Monobanka, responsibly for creating the app's core components, amazing, which served as the cornerstone of the project. Who is this guy? This is basically a poet, which served as the cornerstone of the project. That's wild. The cornerstone of the project. That sounds so important. React, Node, Express, MongoDB, Stripe. Fine. Here, achievements. Solved 100 plus Code Wars challenges. Winner of Global Hack 23. I have no clue what Global Hack 23 is, but it sounds amazing. Winner of Global Hack. Amazing. Languages. Very important, guys, with these languages. Depends on where he wants, right? This is from Ukraine. And if you go for a remote job, you need to know English very well. So even though maybe your English is not the best, I wouldn't do controversial, because a lot of people are very sensitive for that, because they take communication high in the, how do you say it, hoog in het vaandel, zeggen wij in Vlaanderen. They pay a lot of, how do you say that? I cannot even speak myself. My English is not the best anyway, right? But like I said, the most important thing is that if you're already going to say my English sucks, but you're an amazing and looks very good. I would fucking hire you already. You know what I mean? Next.js and all that stuff. If I need a Next.js guy, why not? You know what I mean? I would definitely. This is just easy. I see. This is what I teach, right? This is my resume, basically, almost. You just need a profile picture. You know what I mean? Like I said, the most important thing is that you get an appointment with Janine, right? That's the most important thing. Although your English may be not the best, and maybe they require that, but if you're going to say it sucks, they're not going to pick you. But maybe because you're so good, and you will do your best, and you're charismatic, and you're a good communicator, but just your English is bad, who the fuck gives a shit? Maybe you can convince her anyway. Because by the end of the day, the only thing you need to write, the only language you need to write is TypeScript. You know what I mean? So it doesn't really matter. And who's going to communicate with colleagues anyway? Who's going to do that? Oh crap, what's going on? Good resume. I like this. Next. This one. Conversational. Controversial. I'm so sorry. We need to go back, guys. This was I cannot even read. How do I? Here. Conversational. Okay, I'm so sorry, guys. Hey, my mistake. Like I said, I'm not perfect anyway. But even Janine could misinterpret it this way. What you would do? Conversational. Why not? That's fine. But I would do Ukrainian, native language, English, very good. You know what I mean? Hey. Because people are very, very sensitive for that. Communication is something they really, really care about. Next one. This one is also not too bad because it parses very well. He's a DevOps engineer. I like that. Right? It's almost good. Like I wanted to teach you. It's almost where we have this three keywords, right? DevOps, yada yada yada yada, right? But he made one. DevOps engineer, nice title, clear, right? Very clear here. From India is perfect. Education, I like this. Bachelor Technology and Computers, yada yada. This university, do we need to have that? Maybe you can, but I just don't wanna. Yeah, it's fine. Damage already been done. Doesn't really matter, right? Where's this? Senior, secondary. I wouldn't do this. Nobody cares about this. If you have a fucking bachelor in the computer science, who the fuck cares where you went to school when you was a little baby boy? Nobody, right? So this just takes in space that's not needed. I mean, if Janine is sensitive for that, they need to fire Janine and hire somebody else. So I wouldn't delete this, right? And then you can put this a little bit higher. Certificate's very important. I do like this experience thing. I would move it here and put the certificates and skills. Okay, that's not how it needs to be, but you know what I mean. I would swap them, right? That's what I would do. Languages, Python, Golang, nice. CI/CD. Yeah, you're a DevOps engineer, right? So we need to take care. That's very important. I like that you have these things higher up than the languages because they are important. Terraform, Ansible, maybe Docker. This here. Container technologies. Okay, Anthony, you fucking boomer. Database. But this is also very, guys, you need to be very careful here because you're gonna say, listen, this is my database knowledge, MySQL, Postgres, but does that mean you don't know MongoDB or you don't know MariaDB, which is basically just SQL? But hey, you know what I mean? Or Cassandra, maybe very important, or something like a DynamoDB, but that's AWS, I guess. I have no fucking clue. I'm just thinking. So, does it mean that container technologies, Docker, Kubernetes is the only thing? I don't know, maybe there is like console, it's not container technologies, but yeah. You know what I mean? It's like, does it mean you only know Python and Golang? So you need to be very careful what you do, right? Because this could be misinterpreted, right? But if you know that you're looking for, do we know what you're looking for example, but it's not Golang engineer, but maybe knowledge of Cassandra, well, what you're gonna do, my friend, is put Cassandra here, you know what I mean? But Anthony, that's like, no, it's not, because you're gonna make sure you're a Cassandra specialist at the time you need to be one, right? It's that, it's being hired or it's being fired. That's the thing, guys. If you want to be a very nice, super honest guy, and I cannot deal with stress, and I'm basically an asshole, and I don't know Golang, and I don't know TypeScript, I hate it, and Next.js, I don't like use effect, I use SvelteKit, but you're using Next, but I don't like it. If you're gonna come in with that on your resume and on your conversation, you're never gonna land a job anyway, right? So you need to sell, and sell is always a little bit of twisting truth into your favor, you know what I mean? I like this, 99% availability, EKS cluster, like it, Redis, yeah, why not, I like this. This is basically parsable, right? Parsable, like boom, boom, boom, you can read that. InfluxDB, maybe highlight that. Grafana, highlight that. Why is Grafana here? That's very important. Real-time analytics, set up Grafana dashboard with InfluxDB, but you only said these here, but it's here. So, need to think about that, right? Again, no profile picture. Is that a must? I think it is, but Ben Holford should probably add AWS, GCP, Azure if applicable. Yeah, maybe something like that. Depends, like I said, it's always going to depend on, because listen guys, as an engineer or a DevOps or a programmer, you cannot know everything. You can't. It's just impossible to do, right? Because we're gonna check some other things here. Look what these guys are asking. Man, what the hell is this? You're him. This is crazy. Good project management. They ask everything. You know what I mean? It's like, you can't, right? But if you don't say you can do them all, you're already putting yourself with a handicap, right? So, plus 5 years of experience as a backend engineer or similar role. So what you guys are going to do is, oh, but I only have 2.5 years or 3 years. And you're not going to send your resume. That's false. You need to do that. Because maybe you have 3 years of experience, but maybe you know more. Maybe you can gather it faster. You know what I mean? And then you need to make sure that you, like here, for example, if you don't use dates, it's just a trick. If you don't use, like I said, the only thing that needs to be done with this resume is to trick Janine into a conversation, is to trick Janine into a meeting. So you sit in front of Janine, so you can talk to Janine, so you can convince her and say exactly who you are. So you can do the assessment very well. So you can talk to the CTO very well. So you can finally start there and start to learn. That's your goal. That's how you need to craft your resume. Do you need to lie? No, right? It's not I'm an award-winning engineer. I want this, I want that, and I want this. But if that's not true, that's something you can't. That's something you cannot do. That's cheating. That's lying. That's basically not walking your talk, right? But saying like, I know Rust very well, and you don't know Rust very well, but the time you need to be, you are, well, then you technically is fine. But if you say in 2005 I won a prize for whatever the fuck, but you don't want it, that's something you cannot make up for, if you know what I mean. And that's also why at Lavenue, I never ask for fucking resumes. People, I don't care, because I know that some people playing the game and they put on their resume whatever the fuck they want, right? They are all stress tolerant. They are all motivated. They are all team players. They are all good. They are all this. They are all that. But by the end of the day, how do you know? By working with them. You know what I mean? So you work with them for 2 or 3 months, and then you can evaluate. Is he him or is he not him? Right? That's how I do it. Because I give them also time to turn into him. You know what I mean? If they say they are this and that, and you need to give them time to prove. You know what I mean? To learn. Also be very careful with LinkedIn. I hate LinkedIn, but LinkedIn is the cause of all evil, because LinkedIn makes it so that you cannot do that easy. What I'm teaching here, right? That's why LinkedIn is just I don't like it. GitHub is very important, right? We're gonna do some GitHub profiles later on. Yeah, like I said, for the GitHub profile, there will be people. Who is this? This is Lars. Yeah, this is Lars from the community. Like I said again, no profile picture, although he has one. Full stack developer, fine. You see, this technology is used. This is so hard. I mean, you should consolidate that into a skill thing, right? Like I teach before. It's just hard to parse, you know. Working on a team of experts for client projects. I mean, what the hell is even that, Lars? Currently working on a team of experts for our clients' projects. What experts? What projects? Nobody knows. Rust, Scala, TypeScript, React, Kubernetes. Yeah. I don't like this. You see, this is basically, and it's not to bash on Lars, but this is these resumes you get them. But if you send something like this, although Lars is a smart guy, Lars knows his shit. Lars is programming in his free time. He's learning. Lars is an amazing bachelor computer science. You know what I mean? Lars is no idiot, but Lars is lazy making resumes, right? Bad. What is this? This is basically what you made. Maybe you should, like I said, put it on top. Achievements, maybe. Education on top. I like this. Database design, distributed system. I like. You see this? He has a fucking profile picture, right? Why? But here again, what is this again, man? Your pinned repositories are fucking garbage. Karel de Grote Data Science. Last month? How do you guys name your fucking notebooks? Anyway. Yeah, this looks like KDG Java and all that stuff. That's from. You need to get rid of that. You know what I mean? This. If I read this, I know. Oh, this is junior stuff. You're a junior. What the hell are you doing? Whilst I think you're not. This needs to get out of your fucking profile. This is good. Your Golang immutable data store. Where is that? It's Pandora tree. What is this? I find it hard to talk about experience because of NDAs. How do you mean? Mushroom experiences. Yeah, GitHub not good, right? There's no. You should have, like I said, if you want to land a job in Golang, if you want to, you search for a big Golang product. Repository project, and you're gonna fix some issues, so you have contributions to that project, and then you can pin it, right? If you for Rust, you do it for Rust. For TypeScript, you do it for TypeScript. You know what I mean? Maybe if you're a full stack, you do it for everything. Maybe if you're a Ruby, you're gonna make some fixes for some popular libraries. You know what I mean? It's so fucking good. You need to do that. This is so amazing, because if, like I said, where is my thingy here? What the fuck is going on? Here, Excalibur. If you are here, CTO is going to read your GitHub, right? CTO is going to read your GitHub, and if you have a good Janine meeting and your assessment is good, or even your assessment is, I don't know, SIS or something, but your GitHub is like a fucking rock star. Yeah, it's so important. Open source contributions. Fixing issues from open source projects is so big, because it shows that you can communicate efficiently, right? Because it's remote, you can communicate efficiently, you are basically available to give up your free time to produce to open source, contribute to open source code. You understand complex stuff because most of the time, yeah, it's not that easy, these fixes. And if that's a library they use in their, most of the time, if they use Next or something, you can figure something out what they use. If it's something they use, this, you're hired. You know what I mean? It's like there's no question about that. What do you do when you have a bunch of forked repositories for your own? That's fine, but I would not highlight them. I would only, holy crap, I would only highlight very important projects that you made yourself, that are actually interesting, and no React clones or Twitter clones or something. Nobody cares about that, right? That's rookie stuff. We don't do that. But like really cool stuff you made, for example, a parser for something, or a library for Kafka, or a Redis extension. I'm just saying some stuff, or some kind of a, I don't know, a fast algorithm for whatever, fuzzy finding, or so. I don't know. I'm just saying some stuff out. And repositories that are very popular, which you contributed to. That's the only thing you can show. That's important, right? Yeah. So for the people that are basically are junior, we never use that word, right? That's banned in your resume. You never use junior, but even though if you have 6 month experience, you never use it, right? But even if you're junior, you need to put some more work in, right? You need to contribute to open source projects so you can actually have them here. It's much better for you to have contributed, fixed 3, 4, 5 issues in a very popular project than having a fucking Netflix clone. You know what I mean? That's much more important. So although this is a kind of good kind of the parsable structure with some minor tweaks and some, yeah, I think you need to check, like I said before, very important, make your resume crafted to the job you're applying for, right? Craft your resume for the job you're applying for. So what I would do is I would check what they're using and try to put that into your stack, because even as a DevOps engineer, you cannot know everything, but you're smart enough to learn it very fast, right? That's something they didn't need to know. All right, John Doe from London, nice. What do we have here? Don't like the format again. Maybe a profile picture with hacker, coder, whatever. 3 keywords. Describing yourself, who you are, right? Who are you? I'm a gamer, I'm a programmer, and I'm a researcher, for example. Perfectly fine. Gamer is not a big, it's not bad, right? Programmers, gamers, it's very, very important. It's nice. Computer science education, I like this, right? Computer science, very good. Relevant courses. Man, I mean, why not? Extended diploma level 3. That's, nobody knows what that is, right? You know what I mean? It's like, I would completely scrap that. Takes up, nobody knows what it is, right? Janine doesn't know that. If you really wanna show off these things, you can, like I said, you can make a skill thingy and put all these cool stuff into a box here on the left. You know what I mean? And then put other things on the side. But this is very important. Computer science. If you have that, if you don't have any degree, you skip education, right? Man, how many fucking people are sending me? People keep sending me resumes, man. What else going on? Technical skills, proficiencies. I like that. These are the skill sets that I mentioned here, right? So I would move these up into a nice box. Redis, Excel. Who cares about Excel? I would Git. Everybody knows Git, SQL. Everybody HTML. I wouldn't remove that. SPSS, nobody knows what it is, so maybe leave it because it sounds interesting. C++, always good to have. CSS, nobody cares. Express, next. I wouldn't delete Express also. Node, everybody knows Node. If you know Next.js, you should know Node, right? I mean, everybody need to know Node. So yeah. Certifications, I like that. Again, you can put certifications here in a big box. You know what I mean? Achievements, certifications, AWS Solutions Architect. I think this is a very important. Why? AWS, very popular, very hard, right? I swear to God, if you need to set up a whole structure in AWS, and we are doing that, but we are going to get rid of it because nobody knows what's going on, right? And we are paying another company a shit ton of money for managing our AWS because it's so hard. And I said, guys, we need to get rid of that because it's expensive and it's AIDS. Yeah. That's why this is important. If we have somebody in our team that's basically an AWS solutions architect, oh my goodness. If you die, the company dies. So you're basically invincible. You know what I mean? You're the man. You're the man they're gonna call Sunday evening when you're sipping margaritas with your wife. But you're gonna have a good life because they're gonna pay you a lot of money. CompTIA Cloud Plus. Nobody knows what it is, but it sounds fancy. Agile PM. That sounds a little bit sus. Foundation. What the hell is that? Delete that. You see, it's already better, right? Projects. ByteRite. Sounds good. Collaborate in a team of 4 at Google. Ooh. Can I come this? What's that? Can we click it? Collaborate in a team of 4 at Google. That's nice. I would highlight this because this sounds, I don't know what it is, but Google Hackmas sounds amazing. Right? I would also do. This is amazing. Yeesh, this is an award. Award second place out of 18 teams. This needs to be an achievement on top of your fucking resume. Awards. Second place. What did you do? Collaborate in a team of 4 at the Google. You need to do this. Who is this? John Doe. That's unfortunate. You cannot call his or her name. But what you need to do is you need to say awards here in this thing here. Awards. And then you say Google, hey, Hackmas, second place winner. Here, Google Hackmas, second place winner. That's actually weird because can you actually win at second place? Isn't the winner in the first place? Anyway, you know what I mean? Boom here, and then you can say it again here, again, so you can explain what's going on because this is fucking insane, right? Look at that. Dentist and dental parts was integrated with a TensorFlow model that recognizes teeth cavity with a 75% accuracy. That's amazing. I swear to God, URL shortener. That's questionable. SaltPay mini challenge. Led a team at 2 at Oxford Hack, man. Who are you? You're him. Oxford Hack to create a Mopper merchant online presence rater. Utilized Python data scraping capabilities to scan the web for reviews, map location, and social media profiles. That's amazing. Why do we have a fucking URL shortener? You're basically him, and you put this in his thing. It's like I'm reading this, like collaborated in a team of 4 at Google Hackmas. I'm getting a boner, not normal, and then I'm gonna read a URL shortener. It's like, you know what I mean? The game's over. So I would delete this. Nobody cares about that. Boom, boom. Projects, boom. Achievements, awards. Here. And maybe, yeah, projects, why not? Something like that. Explain this. Work experience. Front-end desk receptionist. So you can see how it works, right? This is very important because this person basically has not a lot of engineering experience because he or she was a front-end desk receptionist. Provided excellent customer service in a high-pressure environment by promptly answering and directing incoming calls, reducing call waiting time by 20%. This is amazing. Performed a variety of general admin tasks, including handling cash and card payments. Logged in and filed incoming documents and client information whilst adhering to the GDPR requirements. Salute! This is crazy. That is insane. So there is not this. This actually is a good resume. I would do the marketing is good. It's just a little bit of details to put yourself a little bit more in the spotlight. You know what I mean? Because although you don't have a lot of experience, this triggers me and this triggers me a lot. So if you, because listen very carefully here, if you start with your work experience and you put that on top, and I read this, I wasn't as excited as I am right now. But what the fuck, front desk receptionist? You're gonna come write some nice distributed systems here? You know what I mean? I'm looking for fucking TensorFlow. We are doing AI. We are doing AI at 11U, right? We are doing AI. I'm looking for somebody in this position, maybe data engineer or something. I don't know. We're looking for everything. But you're a fucking front desk receptionist. Okay, cool. You reduce the call. This is already a dumber. But if you start with your good stuff and then go to the less good stuff, but when I read the less good stuff, there is actually amazing good stuff also in the bad stuff. So that's insane. It's a complete reverse psychology here. You know what I mean? Because even though this is a front desk receptionist, who the fuck cares? Because we're looking for an AI engineer or something. But because I'm already horny, and then I frown my eyebrows. Front desk receptionist? Wait a minute. High pressured environment? Promptly answering and directing incoming calls, reducing call wait time by 20%? Woo! Filed incoming documents and client information whilst adhering to the GDPR requirements? What the hell? We are a fucking fintech company. The GDPR is basically, we live in the fucking anus of the GDPR. You know what I mean? We live in the rectum of the GDPR. We are sitting in shit all the fucking time. The GDPR commission policy military FBI is spying with a glass on us so we don't misuse customer information. But this guy, whilst adhering to this thing, you see what I mean? Reverse psychology. It's just the same person, but market self. He basically tricked me. He. Right? Good job. Next, man. How? God damn it. We need to. What is this? This is also not bad. Not bad. Here, LinkedIn and all that stuff is fine. Experience. Where is education? Right? No, here. Education. Again, big mistake. Education here. No. Small. Bachelor in computer science. Not good. This needs to be education on top if you have a computer science degree. Fat education here. Boom. We don't care about all that bullshit. All these things. We only need to know that you're a bachelor in computer science. And if they really want to have some proof, you're going to shove it in their ass, right? Who is this? Fine. It's good. Something like that. Education here. Profile picture here. Developers, cloud engineers, gamers, something like that. Three things. Very good. These skills, I like it, right? Like I said, this is the skill thingy here. Parses, perfectly fine. Golang, Java, C++, amazing. Experienced, JavaScript, Kotlin, Python. What is that? Proficient, experienced, familiar. We don't use these things, right? That's bad. Dart, is that even a thing? Do we even need to put Dart on our resume? Do we need to do that? I don't know. You can send me, Alex, hey Anthony, where do you send me these reviews? On my email, right? And if you do not find my email, I don't have a lot of hopes as you as an engineer. You're gonna find my email very well. So that's a tip I'm gonna give you here, guys. Never ever use proficient, experienced, and familiar. I know it sounds weird, but or you're gonna put everything into proficient. I would do just this: languages, Golang, Java, C++, JavaScript. But you have Java, Kotlin. I don't know. There's the same thing, but not the same. But still. Delete Dart. Unless what we learned. What did we learn? Let's take another one here. Look, there is no job. What the hell is this? Look at that. How many jobs are there? What the hell? You can just pick a job. What's going on? Senior backend Python developer. Easy. Backend developer. Frontend developer. Senior frontend developer. We all know that we don't care. Of course, if they ask for a senior and you're fucking 22, that's gonna be a big problem. You know what I mean? Even though you're fucking smart, Janine is not gonna bait into that, right? Janine is not gonna bait into that. But if you just want a front-end developer, back-end developer, even you can try with these seniors, because if you have a good market resume, maybe they're gonna fit you somewhere else. You know what I mean? I would do it. But you need to craft your resume for. What people do is they just copy paste all these emails and they send mass send, but you cannot do that. You need to craft your resume. Not only your text you're gonna write on the email, you also need to craft the resume itself based on the application you're doing. Laravel developer, why not? We're Plantific, the world's leading real-time property solution, and we're looking for top talent. Yes, top talent. That's exactly what we are, right? To join our ambitious team. We're a global company headquartered in London. Okay, cool. I already vision myself in London and shopping and all that. Being stabbed sometimes. I don't know. But that's fine. B2B. Okay, cool. We know that it's B2B. Dedicated to help landlords getting... So if you're landlords here, letting agents and property managers streamline operations. So what you can do, this is already a trick. Look at this. 500 AQ. Remember that we had some guy with a map API, right? He said he had a good map API. Where is this? Where is the guy with the map API? Maps API. You see this here, guys? Here. Map API. Huh. You could say, why is he putting map API there? Well, he's basically... he's here, right? You know what I mean? Very important. Real-time property solution. Landlords and all that stuff. Property managers, operations, unlock revenue. Map API is plus, you know what I mean? That's amazing. So you put Maps API there, right? Did you use Maps API? Maybe not, but it's easy. Just check the documentation. It's gonna be fine. Fast-paced, friendly, collaborative. I'm just reading here, so because it's important, so you know what you need to place on your resume or what you need to put into the highlight. Don't lie, right? But highlight what's good, remove what could be bad, right? If you remove the word junior, does that mean you're lying? Junior engineer or engineer, are you lying? No, because you're still an engineer, right? Multicultural, what the hell is that? The role, we don't. This is a fully remote position. This sounds like a good thing. Experiences and qualifications. At least 2 years experience in modern PHP frameworks. This is easy. Everybody can do this. Oof, Drupal. Good knowledge of front-end frameworks. Vue, React. Classic web development. Good working knowledge of HTML, JavaScript, CSS. Excellent knowledge in working with version control systems such as Git. So this is actually a very good job. It's very, very applicable for a lot of viewers here. PHP, Vue, React. It's not too hard, not too easy. It's cool. You're gonna have a job. You're gonna pay well. 20 fucking days vacations, private healthcare, including discounted gym membership. This is insane. Look at that. Where's my lighting? Look at this. I'm the referral bonuses, season ticket loan, cycle to work, electric bicycles, and tax scheme programs. Even a pension. This is crazy. Fully stocked kitchen with drinks, snacks, fruit, and breakfast, man. This is amazing, guys. Let's be honest, right? But now you're dreaming of this, but you're gonna miss it because you're gonna write a bad resume, right? So if we see this, we already know what they're doing. We can basically write a nice resume. You know what I mean? And that's what you need to do for all of these things, right? That's what you need to do for everything you want to basically apply for. It's going to take some time, I know, but that's life. You know what I mean? No pain, no fucking gain. Okay. Too much heat. Too much. The same thing, not bad, right? Databases is cool. Fiber Phoenix Express. Why is this Phoenix? Probably ding, Phoenix from Elixir. Be careful with these frameworks because there are so many frameworks out there, and if you say Express, yes, they may be gonna think you cannot do Next, right? If you do Django, you maybe cannot use a Flask API. If you use Fast API, you maybe cannot use Slow API. You know what I mean? So be careful with these frameworks because the more you put onto your resume, the more that can be misinterpreted and used against you, right? But I like this. Just swap things around, okay? Swap things around. Keep this bullet pointed. Can we see something like junior here? Probably not. I like it. Project engineer. Boom. Google Developer Student Hub. Why not? Why not? Why not? In this case, you could leave it because it's. All right. Since when Johnny Sins helped landing a job, man. Sometimes people need to do what they need to do, right? I'm Johnny Sins. I'm a chameleon. I can do anything with your wife. Just a joke. Is it? Yes, next one. Did we? Yes, we mucked everything out. That's nice. We're gonna check the GitHub of this person also. Mohammed, hardworking and competent web developer. Cool. I have good skills in developing attractive and responsive web pages and making solid backend systems. I like that, right? I like this, but you could basically, again, guys, if what is always the same thing? Keywords here, very important. Mohammed. I would skip web developer, pure marketing wise. Mohammed, developer, engineer, hardworking, him, something like that, right? And you could use this in your email. If you send your resume, you could say, hey, hello, I'm a hardworking and competent engineer, right? Web developer sounds a little bit noobish. Engineer, web engineer, software engineer, something like that. I have good skills in developing attractive and responsive web pages. I like that a lot. You could say, I have good skills in developing attractive and responsive web pages in various frameworks, such as, or in various frameworks, and leave it like that, and let the imagination of Janine. Woo, various frameworks. You know what I mean? And making solid backend systems. I like it. Then we have skills here, which is nice. I always say, put your best things up front. Although this is big, it's hard to read, it's hard to parse, and Janine wants to be fast, right? Same thing with me. Okay, look at this. All this good shit is below. You see, we don't want that. So you're gonna, this is for your email. Skills are gonna be here. You're gonna consolidate all this cool stuff and you put them here. Teaching ability, why not? Problem solving, why not? You could say, you could do it here, right? Mohammed, software engineer, problem solver, builder. Easy. It's already fixed. Keeping up with these technologies, there's a little bit sus because, you know what I mean? Project Django Academy, next store, next blog, Django exams app. Okay, this is important. This is because I don't know anything, but I can already see some red flags. For example, free code camp. People say, yeah, but I have free code. This is most likely not a good idea sometimes to put in there. Why? Because people think, yeah, I have a certificate on this site and I have a Udemy certificate. I don't give a shit about your Udemy certificates. If I see Udemy certificates, I basically don't read anymore. Free code camp. Okay, next one. I'm so sorry, but it's wired in my brain because we are basically programmed to filter as much, because you have no clue how many people stalk me. As I see this, it's crazy. On fucking LinkedIn. It's insane. Hello, sir! It's insane. On Twitter. On emails. It's just wild. So I am basically already disgusted disgusted if somebody sends me a resume. Why? Because everybody's sending me a resume. It's always the same bullshit. You know what I mean? And it sounds very weird, guys, but I'm telling you the truth. It's not only with me, it's with a lot of other people, right? So you need to understand, if you know how we think, you can actually play around that. Because is free code camp or something like a Udemy course a waste of time? No, it's not. It's everything you do, everything you learn, every certificate you have is good to have. Problem is that free code camp sounds a bit sus in our perspective. And that's why I'm not a big fan of that. Are you reviewing GitHub? Shit. Mahul, I'm gonna check it. I'm gonna go back. So I would be very careful with these things. Like I said, you need to do that, but like I said, you need to think about that. We are 2023, almost 2024, but you did a responsive web design. I would. A lot of people are gonna basically question what I'm doing right now, but I would leave that out. Because guys, listen, I know how we think. Because if I need to choose this resume reading before somebody else that just sent it, I would pick the other one 100% of the time. Just because I don't even know this guy. I don't know Mohammed. I didn't read actually everything. I don't know how good he is. I don't know how he talks, how he communicates, how he learns, how he can be a super good addition to the team. And I already say no. Because I'm basically how do you call that? I have pre-assumptions. How do you say that? Like vooroordelen. How do you say that? I don't know. If somebody from Belgium or the Netherlands, vooroordelen, if you translate that to English, what is that? Yeah, the review is for everyone, guys. Just send me a mail if we cannot wrap it up this stream. We do a next one very soon. But like I said, even though I'm gonna review a couple more, and there's always the same thing. It's always the same thing that I say you need to do, right? So to wrap this up, because otherwise it's gonna take too long. It's good that you have the source code. Next block is fine. I would be very careful with free code camp certifications. College of Information Engineering. But you have a fucking information engineering, you know what I mean? That's already good. So, oh, you're just actually out of school. I see what is going on. Yeah. So, what I would give you as advice, Mohammed, I would contribute a lot to open source and use these projects instead of these. Because it's going to boost yourself with 300%. I think you're smart. I don't question that. Like I said, it's never a skill issue. It's never about, oh, this guy is not smart, or this guy is not a good programmer. That's not what it's cool about. It's about how I perceive you reading this, how Janine perceives you reading this, right? That's the most important thing, and that's where you all fuck up. How many resumes did we do? And they all fucked up almost, right? Smart people, nothing to say about that. They probably have skills and motivation, but if the person sees this, cannot spot it, cannot perceive it, you're screwed. You know what I mean? You're fucked. And the problem is that you're gonna send that resume to all the others, and you're gonna fuck up all your fucking hiring thing, because everything that you want is gonna be how do you call that? You're gonna burn it, and that's a shame. And then you're gonna lose motivation and all that stuff. And that's a shame, right? Because you're most likely a very talented person that needs to grow. You're just young, but you can grow like him. You can be him. But you don't, because you were rejected, just because you did this good, because you didn't know. But now you know what I mean? Yeah, that's what I do. And be careful here, right? Like I said, listen to the previous things and try to craft your resume a little bit better, and try to hide your junior-ish. And do a lot of contributions to make up for it. Open source, big projects you want to land. For example, I see you do a lot of Django. Try to do something in Python if you want. Yeah, even a Flutter guy. You know everything. That's insane. Yeah. Sometimes it's also hard if you just come out of school, you don't have a lot to show, right? You don't have a lot to show. That's true. Next, wait, we need to do this one again. The GitHub real quick here. Where is it? Boom, let's click it. Okay. Oh, it's Buddy. It's Buddy. Yo, Buddy, what up, man? Buddy, what did I told you about your resume? I need to double check because he's one of my very loyal Discord members, community members. Buddy, what you need to do, this is fine on your GitHub, this cow, but this is weird. You know what I mean? It's like, I don't know, if somebody clicks it, it's like, what the hell is that? Piggy. Currently exploring data engineering and IoT, learning a bit ML. Nice. Why not? Active in cybersecurity, I know that. Space sometimes, plays CTS too. I like this. You need to, did you do that? No, you didn't. You did. That's what you need to do, buddy. You need to make the same. Remember the resume. If you rewatch the stream, the resume where somebody said play hits bug bounties. Well, it's the same thing. You need to recraft it like that. Anything I do, my core interest still lies in backend engineering and just like to solve a problem. I like this a lot, right? But the problem is, it's here, buddy. It's here. Here, Janine is not watching here. You need to put these good things on your resume, man. Buddy OS, this is amazing. Who writes assembly? That's already a plus, in my opinion. Let me click this thing. What's going on here? That's amazing. What the fuck? Did you wrote this documentation yourself? What the hell? Added this here by mistake. What the hell are you doing? What the hell are you doing? What is this? He's writing a fucking OS and this picture is in here. Who are you? What the fuck is that? Holy shit, you need to be very careful what you put in your thing, man. What the hell is that? Holy crap. But that's nice, right? This is nice. Hey, Rohan, I know this guy. What the hell? I know Rohan Verma. He's also a member. What the hell is that? That's nice. But this is cool, right? This assembly, I mean, this is something nobody has, right? Who has written a fucking OS? Nobody. This is nice because that means that you're basically very good in these lower level languages, which is nice. Which also probably means that you have a good understanding of how computers work, which is also nice, right? CleanX, what is that? IoT. Good. C++, but he writes that shit. Why not? It's nice. E-commerce. Holy crap, that's crazy. Man, but you make... Do you make these things? That's crazy. What the hell? Whoa. It's like a lot of hidden talent sometimes in people that are basically very good, right? Very humble, very good engineers. But the problem is they like I said, it's this, guys. It's always this, right? It's what the hell? How many tabs do I have open here? Let's do. Where am I? Here. Like I said, people were probably laughing in the beginning of the stream where I started with marketing, sales, engineering. But it's marketing and sales. It's very important because look at Buddy here, right? Buddy is a very good engineer, but I probably hopped over his resume very fast. You know what I mean? Because I didn't read this. Look at this here. Hosted and built vulnerable machines for 24 hours CTF. But you need to put these important things more in highlight. You know what I mean? Remove the fucking bullshit that nobody cares about and highlight all your good shit. That's what you need to do. Achievements. Wrote my own operation system in assembly. Of course, if you're going for a fucking TypeScript, the JavaScript engineering, JavaScript front-end job, you're not gonna do that. But I mean, there's something you can basically put as a trophy. You know what I mean? But I like I said, but you need to You need to put your GitHub profile higher up. Very important because it's nice. It's nice to see. It's nice to see. I think in security you could have a good job, but I need to. I thought you already told me something about security, right? That you were doing security stuff. But I think if you want to work in that kind of a space, what you're doing is very good. All these stuff, and these CTFs and assembly is very important, right, for these guys. Well, depends. Of course, for the web there is a little bit different, but maybe hardware related. You know what I mean? Anyway, next. What did we do? Yeah, this was the out of school boy. I like this, right? So this is nice. Mohammed, software developer engineer 1. This is weird. Again, I would delete this real quick. Again, it's always the same thing, guys. It's always the same principle. Engineer, whatever, blah, blah, blah, blah, blah, blah. 3 keywords. Engineer, hacker, researcher. Gamer, builder, teacher. You know what I mean? Boom, boom. Describe yourself in 3 words. I'm a skilled software engineer having nearly 2 years of hands-on experience. That's already good. 2 years of hands-on experience. It's amazing that we can work with that. You can. That's fine. Once you have these 2 years hands-on experience, you can craft your resume and you can twink it and wink it and do whatever you want with it, right? 2 years of hands-on experience specializing in the development of robust and scalable microservices. That's amazing, right? Of course, this thing is very important. Of course, your profile picture, if you have one, ++. This is what you need to write in the email, right? Email. Man, this is too fat of a pen. Let me rewrite this again. What is this go, man? This deleting thing, this eraser is fucking bullshit. 2 hours holy crap. Email. That's already better. In the email, oh man, it's time to email. And what's in this, what you're gonna write here in that email, you need to craft that based on what we are going for, right? Backend developer. That's robotics, right? It's more of an IoT thing, probably. JavaScript backend developer with a strong focus of Node.js and AWS. Look at that. If you see this, Node.js, AWS. What's your specialization? AWS. Exactly. Dynamic team. Amazing. Yada yada. So, Cognito, Lambda, and you see. It's easy because they're going to say what they want. So you can study what they want. You can try out what they want. You can put your GitHub what they want. You can contribute. You can contribute to things they are using. Can you imagine how insane it is for somebody seeing that you contributed to some libraries they use? That's insane. Yeah, email and the keywords what are in here needs to be reflected maybe in these things here, right? You know what I mean? Right, this is going to be your email thing. I possess a strong aptitude for project management, version control, ensuring efficient collaboration with teams. Nice. Continuously striving for excellence. I am dedicated to enhancing my experience in the developer operations and cloud technologies. My passion lies in embracing new opportunities for learning and technological exploration. I like it. Why not? It's a little bit of melodramatic here and there. There's like a little bit of a how do we call it? I would call it the ChatGPT tone, where it's a little bit of exaggerated. And if I read this, I would say, okay, nice thing, but you know what I mean? It's fine, right? It's good. Wink. But it's cool. It's nicely set. But these keywords here need to reflect in these things here, so you can delete this and put it into your email as the, how do you call that? The first email thing, right? All right, Bachelor of Computer Science Engineering, pretty good. Like I said, education, that's where I wanted to see this. Industry knowledge, I like this, like skill sets or whatever you want to call that. Boom, boom, boom, boom, boom. Everything what they ask here, right? You know what I mean? Requirements, you're going to make sure that's in there, of course. You know what I mean? Like I said, everything you do here is fine for me. even though you don't, I'm not a Kubernetes expert. Make sure you walk your talk when it's time. You need to walk your talk, right? That's very important because otherwise it's not gonna. I would leave Git. Nobody cares about that. Everybody knows Git. HTML, yes, yes, yes. Yeah, you know what I mean. Programming languages: Java, TypeScript, Go, Python. Perfect. Project. I like this. I would make sure this is nice, nice, nice. I would make it a little bit more readable, more parsable. These things. Boom, boom. Fine. E-paper. Boom, boom, boom, boom. Why not? Interest, I like this also. Can you see this? Yeah. Traveling, cooking, cycling, why not? I can see that the work experience. Why not? Because you can see that maybe he's not that secure about the work experience, but he puts all the rest into the scene, right? So this is a bit weird. This the weight of the projects and the weight of the work experience, but whatever. It's maybe a marketing trick, and I fall for it. It's a bit weird that this is like also a light font, and while this is actually very nice. Basic marketing private limited here. Software developer intern. I would delete that. Intern word. We don't use intern. We don't use junior. Worked as backend developer building reliable microservices for an esport event management system. That's amazing. Why is this here? That's your biggest achievement. This needs to be highlighted. This is a nice thing. I want to see that. Iconic developer intern. Delete that. Worked in a couple of Ionic application. Worked iconic applications in the UI side fixing. Iconic developer. That's too much bullshit. Iconic developer. Boom. Ionic. Iconic. I cannot even read. I'm so sorry. For the people that want to share their resume, this is gonna stick, right? Because although I'm gonna go through a couple more here, so I have all the resumes that people sending me today, and but you can keep sending me for two reasons. Because one, then we can review that in another stream, or two, maybe I can hire you and 11 you. You know what I mean? Maybe this is like a 200 AQ play from me. It's like, I need to stream, so I need to make content for my YouTube. I can help people and make my community happy, and I can maybe find somebody that I can hire. So it's the win-win-win. That's basically, that's business. That's efficiency. You know what I mean? That's efficiency. That's what it is. Oh man. That's why I call efficiency. And by the way, I'm a little bit disappointed because I was talking on the previous stream, like on hiring. People all said, yeah, I cannot find a job, yada yada. And I said exactly what you needed to do is by also by researching these things and try to look them up and try to already fix some issues for them. And instead of sending your resume, you could send an already solved problem for them. But now we are 1 week further and nobody sent me a problem. And I was explicitly explaining a revenue problem. And nobody tried. A couple asked for it, but they gave up, I think. But nobody actually came up with, hey, Anthony, you know what I mean? So I give you everything you need. I tell you exactly what you need to do, but you don't do it. That's a little bit weird, right? So don't complain if you cannot find a job. If people actually legit giving you a nice assist, but you cannot make the goal. All right. Okay, next one. Praya. Is this some? No. Okay, cool. This thing, nice. I like this. I'm gonna go quickly over it because we already know it, right? This, boom. The same thing. Maybe this. Backend developer. I would delete that, right? And I would say Praywal, Kakar, boom. Developer, builder, problem solver. Something like that you are. I like this. Skills is very clear to parse for me. But this is, education is weird, right? So what we're gonna quickly fix that. Nobody knows what this is and nobody knows what this is, right? There's two lines. I don't know what it is. Janine doesn't know what it is. Maybe you don't even know what it is. Tech, computer science, engineering. Nice. Put this at top. Education, skills, languages. Boom, boom, boom. Nice. Backend. Nice. Tools. Nice. Frontend. Nice. Blockchain. Nice. Certificates. Cool. Why not? This is nice. Blockchain. Yada yada. Why not? Professional experience with this project. You see, you have a lot of projects. I think there should be a very good projects in here, and I think you should try to find your best achievements and put them again here and highlight them here, because your projects are here and I need to read through all of this stuff. But I'm already right now, I like this, I parse this, and right now here I don't want to parse it anymore because it doesn't look parsable for me, for my eyes. This was nice, not nice anymore. So your biggest achievements or the things you're most proud of are maybe in here somewhere. But the people are not going to read it. Put them up. Make achievements, awards, something like that. You know what I mean? Because you have a lot of shit, right? You have I think you are a very experienced guy. Solana and all that stuff. Rust, it's amazing if you do Rust. If you already try Rust, if you already tried Solana, you're already good. You're a good engineer. I don't doubt that, because it's not easy, right? It's knowing React, knowing a little bit of Rust, knowing a little bit of Go, knowing a little bit of Python. That's all you actually need, right? Then you're good. Because yeah, Saturday, it's nice, but yeah, go back in and put your best up front. Blockchain developer, that's nice. Why am I doing this? Why am I creating many platforms? Nice. For blockchain, very important, right? So if you want to find a blockchain job, you need to boost up your blockchain experience. You know what I mean? If you're looking for a Golang job, you boost your Golang experience. You know what it is. That's what I'm advocating. Make sure you have a one-line resume. Very important. It's too large, right? But nice. Good. Potential. Just need to swap things around. Next. What's this going on here? This is the worst mistake you can do, guys. This is a very good experience of a big mistake. Probably something with a shit ton of experience. Somebody that's very well skilled, but he knows not how to market. What's the problem here? I already see this here. The skills didn't parse for me. So I basically my eyes fell here. This is where my eyes fell, and I said, "Oh my goodness, it's that kind of resume." That's how we think. Oh, it's that kind of resume where you need to all these steps. Implemented GBT token authentication on all services. Man, do we really need to have that? So you can delete this. Implemented automated ID and PAN verification. I have no clue what it is, so leave it in, because I don't know what it is. So it could be interesting. Implemented Git flow production change tracking fast rollback for the game server. Helped in unified integration logging. This is important. Helped in unified integration for logging, tracing, monitoring, and configuration management. But you need to basically rebrand that a little bit, right? For example, and helped. You don't helped. We ban that word. Helped. We don't do that, right? Implemented. Because if you helped at integrating, logging, tracing, and monitoring, you basically implemented that. You wrote code, isn't it? Yeah. So you're gonna say integrated instrumentation, logging, yada yada yada. Give it. Let ChatGPT make some nice banger of a line. Containerized all services with Docker and Docker Compose. Why not? Implemented distributed synchronization. This is nice. Implemented distributed synchronization for scaling game server to handle more users with reduced latency. More users. I would replace that with to handle tens of thousands of users with reduced latency, something like that. It's all of these things, guys. That's what I'm looking for, right? That's what you need. Whoa, tens of thousands. Whoa. You know what I mean? More users. It's like 1 more, 2 more, 3 more, 10 more. Tens of thousands. Woohoo! Hundreds of thousands of users more with reduced latency. So it's basically blazingly fast. Exactly. Containerized all services with Docker and Docker Compose. I always said that. Yeah, it's too much going on. Shrink it down, and put the best up top, right? Put the best on top of, put on top what you need to find here. You know what I mean? If they're looking for MySQL, Postgres, MongoDB. Well, then you're going to say here, guys, I'm going to say here that you worked with these databases somewhere. You know what I mean? Easy. But I like the resume. One pager. Skills need to be highlighted because I read over it. Cloud tools. Merge these things, and because others, distributed systems is important, but others, it's like you're degrading your good stuff. You know what I mean? Achievements, skills, boom, distributed systems. API development, who the fuck cares? Everybody knows how to. Teamwork, everybody's a team worker. API design, everybody can do the API. System design, everybody can do system design. You know what I mean? Maybe system architect or something like that. You know what I mean? Distributed systems, AWS. Postgres database. I mean, it's the same thing, right? Git. Never use Git, but everybody knows Git, guys. Come on. Linux. Arch, by the way. Something like that. Just consolidate and all that stuff. Yeah, fine. Good stuff. Good resume. I like it more. GitHub we cannot find it. So can we click that actually? Can we do that? We can. I'm a developer who loves learning new things. What is this, man? What? Where are these readmes coming from? This is crazy. I never saw this. What is that? It's like a complete terminal in fucking readme. This is insane. The top 5% programs probably write 9% of the code software. The top 5% of programmers probably write 90% of the good software. That's crazy. Where is the project here? Okay. Again, find some projects, open source contribute. Make sure that you have projects with a lot of stars. It's important. Because 1 star, who cares? You know what I mean? I also don't have the most stars, but I mean, it's like that's what you need to do, right? Contribute more. Because look at that, I'm seeing all that stuff. But it doesn't. Basically the chatness of your how cool it looks doesn't reflect your pinned repositories. So you need to make sure that's okay, and then it's going to be very nice. The next one. Aha! Guys, this is basically the perfect resume. I can already see it. Although it's on 2 pages. I don't like that, but it is what it is, right? Why? One thing that is missing, but I teach them wrong, is this, right? Maybe a thing. And look at him. We're gonna look him GitHub here. Yeah, look at him. Look at this guy. Doesn't he look adorable? I mean, who would Janine? I mean, who's not gonna hire him? He looks amazing. I mean, what the hell? He questions my sexuality. You know what I mean? This guy looks amazing. Why don't you put that on your fucking thing? Where is this thing? Where is this? Okay, let me click it open again. Right. So resume, picture. Right. Okay, cool. Experience. That's nice. Maybe your education. That's something. Communication, engineering, science, and math. So I would basically consolidate his education into one. Something like electronics and communication engineering, science, and math. Maybe all 2. But put them on top is something that was not on my resume because I don't have education, you know. This is nice, right? Skills here: Golang, Python, AWS, serverless, JavaScript. I research software technologies and I develop games in my spare time. This is amazing, right? That's what I want to see. This is cool. Awards, certificates: Duke of Ironburg International Youth Award, Bronze and Silver Award. Is amazing. The award programs consist of section yada yada. But I don't have awards yet. Make sure you have one, right? You know what I mean? Certified AWS Cloud Practitioner. Why not? I would actually make it even better. And I would do this. Boom. Certified AWS Cloud. Because people, you understand, if we scan this, we don't make, it doesn't need to make sense, right? It's like Certified AWS Cloud Engineer, maybe. Engineer. Languages. Fluent English and Turkish, perfect, right? And he makes it even better. He could say fluent Turkish and English. No, he's smart. 500 HQ. Fluent English and Turkish. It's like, oh, English. Oh, Turkish. He speaks Turkish. Of course, he's from Turkey. Merhaba. Nasılsın Tünk Ozay? Seni seviyorum. Çok bar. Evet, hayır. Aşkım. İyiyim. You see, I speak a little bit, but that it's all about the way you put things. This is nice. Okay, cool. What is this? Blood TV Istanbul backend developer, rewrote foundational Microsoft. This is this is what you need to do, right? Even maybe even he did not listen. Backend developer rewrote a foundational microservice from Python to Golang in its entirety. Developed scripts for operations and content teams to retrieve various data from production-based databases. I would only use this already. Perfect. Easy to scan, easy to read. Handled setting up a Unix-based service for various programs for backend development and testing. Because he's a cloud engineer, intern. Something you need to... I didn't teach you well enough. Amazing. This is amazing. Everything, game developer, everything is amazing here. Just this needs to be on top. Your project stall calculator coming from the full-time GoDev, and the hotel reservation coming from the full-time GoDev. Now, what is a fucking full-time GoDev? Well, the full-time GoDev... I'm so fucking tired, guys. Full-time GoDev is my program where I teach all of this stuff. Where do you think he made this killer resume from? From me. Exactly. And it's on fucking sale. Shameless self-plug. I need to do it sometimes. 60% off, right? Check it out. See the full curriculum. Let's click this thing. Can we do that? Of course we can. Right? Boom. It's shit ton of hours. And what you're going to learn here, very simple. For the people that don't know Golang, we do an introduction, concurrency. Then we're going to make reservation backends in JSON. Can't even talk. Hotel reservation JSON API backends. Boom. And then we're going to build microservices. Boom, boom, boom, boom, boom. How to land a job, mastering code, blockchain development, bam, bam. If you know that, that's the only thing you need to know, right? Then you're hired. And you have a good resume. Where's my boy here? Where the fuck is this thing? I would love it on one page. I would Tünk Ozay. I would love it on one page, right? GitHub, let's click it. What's going on here? Yeah, it's this one. Yeah, you need to work on your pin things. Tool calculator, you could do that because it's a very interesting thing, right? It's with Kafka and all that stuff. I teach you that in the full-time GoDev, right? Yeah, good resume. Easy to scan. Can you imagine your picture here, Tünk? Can you imagine that? Can you imagine your picture here? That would be insane. What is Janine gonna do? Show good CVs now. Well, I think he's the only one because he's coming from, well, I like the structure, right? All right, this one again, I call this the oh no, such a resume structure. Although Vladimir has 10 years of experience in web development. Vladimir is probably you probably want to have him and your team, right? Because why? He's a backend engineer with 10 years of experience in web development. I have a proven track record of high load projects using Golang and PHP. That's already the killer. That's already nice. Golang and PHP, that's amazing. Proficient at implementing a microservice architecture. Amazing. Code optimization for high load and working with APIs. I would love to work on meaningful projects. Perfect. But what he needs to do, our boy Vladimir, this could be, like I said, could be the email text based on what he want to apply for, right? If it's a Golang, it's Golang. If it's PHP, it's PHP. If it's both, it's both. Skills is fine, but I like to see something more like a couple skills, like boom, boom, boom, right? You know what I mean? English intermediate, I wouldn't do that, right? Like I said, speaking English and Russian. Am I the best English speaker? No. Are you the best English speaker? Probably also no, because it's intermediate. Do we care? No. What's the goal? Get to Janine, you know? So, there is a way. Of course, if you're really bad, if you cannot say a single, if you cannot communicate in English, you need to tell it, right? You cannot, I mean, you need to communicate with Janine, but it doesn't matter, right? It's fine. These things, parse is really bad for me. There's a lot of stuff, and I'm never gonna, me, myself, and I think Janine's, we are never gonna read this completely. The only thing Janine wanna do is basically match it with the requirements they got from the CTO, right? They're gonna try to, she knows what's required, and then she's gonna try to find that in your resume. It's gonna be very hard, and yeah. So although I would basically try to, how do you call that? Squash it a little bit, right? Squash it a little bit. That's nice. Lead Golang developer. Put that into fat, bold text. Guys, I'm dying. My voice is cracking. Holy crap. Right. What you need to do, put this in fat. Lead developer Golang. Why not, right? If you're a junior, you leave junior away. If you're a lead, you put it in fat. That's what it is. You know what I mean? Hey. Create an advanced. Like I said, there's going to be a cool stuff in here. Vladimir, I swear to God, you need to take the best things and put it in fat. The same thing here. Put it in fat. The same thing here. Consolidate, squash, put it in fat. Pick these keywords and try to make it like here. Boom. Achievements here. Boom. Specialization here. Boom. Poof, poof, poof, poof. Here. Vladimir. Vladimir. Leader. Developer. No. Leader, engineer, architect. Or Miro did this? Yeah. Developer, researcher, gamer. You see this? That's what I teach. Developer, researcher, gamer. Something like that. Vladimir. Problem solver, leader, architect. Something like that. Whatever. You know what I mean? Based on whatever. Yeah. Computer science. Look at that. What you have computer science, my man. Education on top. Very good resume. I'm gonna actually look at it a little bit deeper because it seems like a good profile. I'm gonna lie. Like I said, you have such a good profile, Vladimir. If you're here, or if you're watching, or if somebody is watching this, it's such a good profile. Although it's a little bit too much, right? Too less is not good. Too much is also not good. So, like I said again, you all fuck it up. All of you, even the very good developers. You're all fuck it up here. In the marketing phase and in the sales phase. Right? Importante. That was the last one. Are there any questions, man? I'm broken. I never talked so much in my whole life. It's crazy. So you can keep sending your resumes because I'm gonna do this more because it's very popular, which is nice. But make sure if you send them, make sure you muck. I can do it also, but like I said, I have no time to basically make sure you don't get doxxed, right? So delete your email, your name. I mean, what they're gonna do, right? You're gonna hide your name. You're gonna disappear from the world. It's not gonna happen, right? Hide your email address, hide your address, right? You don't. Turkey is fine. Turkey is big, but don't say I live in Antalya at the Merhaba Allee 64, you know what I mean? 64. Nobody, they're gonna say that, right? Yeah, and put your GitHub. It's pretty important. We didn't see this from Vladimir. Vladimir, you need to put your GitHub. Very important because they're gonna check it, right? Put your GitHub, right? And if you don't have a good GitHub, make sure you have one. Simple as it is, right? Where do we send? My email address, and you can find it in my YouTube profile stuff. You can find it out. It's no problem. You're gonna or check my GitHub. It's somewhere out there. You're gonna find it for sure. Look at this, Vladimir. Again, look at him. Elasticsearch important. MySQL. This is who cares? MongoDB. Who cares? Everybody knows that. Kafka important. Nats important. gRPC super important. You need to highlight this. Nats, Kafka, gRPC, Laravel. Nobody cares. Vue.js, nobody cares. Distributed systems, highlights. WebSockets, microservices, maybe. But Elasticsearch, Kafka, Nats, gRPC, distributed systems, microservices, these are fucking high. horny keywords that you need to place fat somewhere. Very important. Because people think that it's not important. How your CV is structured is super important. Because now, for the people that are basically are here from the beginning, now how many resumes did we did? Wait, let me count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. After 14, you guys are gonna see. I'm pretty sure you're already gonna see what's possible and what's not possible. And if you do 15, 16, 17, you're gonna be so fucking tired of reading all the same shit that you're gonna pay a lot of attention on resumes that are very parsable for the eye. And you're gonna hate these things. Although this is very useful information, you're gonna hate reading all these things after reading your 20th resume. You know what I mean? And that's what Janine needs to do. And it's always the people before you that gonna fuck you over. Why? Because they are gonna make Janine tired and shaggy with their stupid resumes. You know what I mean? They are gonna pile up the resume inbox. It's very important. It's all about Janine, right? It's all about Janine. And then when it comes to when you pass Janine and when you passed your assessment and you need to go to the CTO, he's gonna look into your GitHub, right? He's gonna I'm gonna always check the GitHub first. I'm gonna see, and if I see a GitHub with some React clones and all that stuff, no. You don't need to have like a sick project. Just have some contributions, some meaningful contributions, right? Or some benchmark of something that you're trying to benchmark a Kafka library with another one or something, or Nets Kafka, and you want a benchmark, or you're going to see the protobuf serialization versus something else. Just a simple benchmark that I can see, hey, this guy's doing useful stuff, right? Something like that. It's gonna make a shit ton of what I told you here. It's gonna really make a difference. But you need to basically, like I said, this marketing, the sales with Janine is very important. If you are a very shy guy and you cannot sell yourself, be confident enough, that's also a problem, right? So you need to build that confidence somewhere, and you're gonna build that by building projects and getting more knowledge, right? Like I said, it's not a golden rule if you're gonna apply this stuff and you're gonna land a job tomorrow, because you still need to write your resume, craft it for the job. You still need to get an appointment with Janine. You still need to sell to Janine. You still need to do your assessment. It's all these steps where you can procrastinate or something or whatever, you're gonna fuck it up, right? But at least I give you a good framework. That worked for me, right? Woo! Right, so for the people that are basically new, guys, hey, give me a thumbs up or subscribe to my channel, man. I would love you. I would appreciate that, so we can actually grow and teach some non-bullshit programming to the rest of YouTube instead of all these belief systems. But by the end of the day, it's all about getting stuff done, right? And solving problems, you know. And like I said, you could do the full-time GoDev if you want. Pretty sure it's going to be something for you if you really want to learn more, especially in the way I think and the way I teach, right? It's not for everyone, I know that, but if you like it, it's on 60% sale. Guys, where is this email on GitHub? I don't know. Okay, listen. So let's say this is already very bad, boo. Why? Let's say you need to find my email address. The first thing you can do is you can go to, for example, the full-time GoDev, which I just said. I don't think my email address is there. Then you can look for some time of contact button, right? Send me the story. You could try. It's already here. GitHub, for example. GitHub.com. Where's my fucking email address? It's not here. Is niet goed, hè? Well, then we need to go to YouTube. Click on my channel. click on this thing. View email address. Here is it. Here it is. Alsjeblieft. Ah man, what the fuck is that? I also need to pee. My I swear, my kidneys are dying. Launch yourself. Yeah, it's true. But yeah, I found it actually. I found it, right? I found it. Is it actually? All right. Cool, guys. I hope you liked it. It's always the same thing. Profile picture important. 3 keywords. Let's do a resume and let's do a summary and then we wrap it up. 1 profile picture. Profile picture. Can I even type? Profile picture is important in my opinion. Important, right? 2. 3 keywords. For example, hacker, engineer, researcher, or what can we help? Builder, problem solver, right? 3. Bring best on top, fat, bold, highlight, right? Highlight. 4. Remove junior intern. Less is more. Something else. Craft resume for the job at hand. Something like that. You didn't show a good one. Yeah, I did. This was a good one. I like this. Skills, awards. I like this a lot. And there was another one also with the same resume. This one, very good one. They're 2 very good. I like it, and they are basically 2 full-time good. I'm sorry. I teach this resume. This is mine. This is a copy of my resume, my layout. And I told them that they need to do this here. Well, these things and these achievements. That was basically keep it short. 3 keywords, summary, achievements, and some skill sets. That's what I teach, and I like it a lot. I'm a wizard at merging complex business logic with user-friendly UX UI primarily using Next.js. Guys, you can copy that, right? And you're going to pay them some money here because that's a very good thing. You know what I mean? What about the method? Why you don't need a resume? You don't need a resume. 100% true, but then we are at another phase. If you can get away with no resume, but then you have the marketing and sales is very important. You know what I mean? I'm at the point I never need a resume in my whole fucking life anymore. Why? Because I'm a YouTuber, of course not. Why? Well, YouTubers are basically bad most of the time, you know what I mean? Most of the time, these YouTube tech influencers, they cannot code. You know what? They're just good at talking bullshit, at influencing. Just because, right? Because achievements, because knowledges, because connections. I have so many people that I know that if they need to look for a good engineer, it's easy because I know them and they know me for so many years. It's connections you build up, network, right? So if you wanna, at a certain point in your life, you're gonna get away with no resume because you have a lot of connections, right? For example, Joel from a Discord. I never seen his resume in all my fucking life, and I hired him for 11 years. Joel from my Discord community. Never seen a single resume. Never had a single interview with him. I just hired him. Why? Because he's the only one that's proactive. You know what I mean? If you proactively say, hey, you motherfucker, you make some mistakes, let me fix it for you. Here is the code. The next time I need to hire somebody, I said, hey, this Joel was actually very nice, a very cool guy, very smart, always helpful, could ask him help in the middle of the fucking night and he don't even get paid for it. Well, that's the first one that's gonna get hired, you know what I mean? It's all about how you produce yourself, how do you present yourself against others, you know? The same thing, you have Ashton Reeve, is the same type of guy, right? Ashton Reeve here. What about the method we were don't need a resume? This guy that just said is the same thing, right? He's the same thing. There's only two. The only two, basically. There's a good mentality and all that stuff is very important. And if you do that, and I think he's at a very young age, if he keeps doing this, he never needs to basically ever print a resume. You know what I mean? Because he's gonna roll into connections and projects, and he's gonna make money, and after 2-3 years, he's gonna have a good network where he can rely upon. You know what I mean? Simple as it is. Also very important, right? But that's maybe that's also what I learn in my videos, right? So from time to time, I always say that you need to sell yourself and market yourself. All right, guys, thank you so much for being here. It's already 3 hours, crazy. I need to check. I need to eat and all that stuff. Very much appreciated being here. And keep sending your resumes. It's very important because we're gonna do a next. I'm not quite sure how we're gonna do it, but we're gonna do a next session very soon. Thanks for watching.